This show that I want to do, good evening guys, Debunking join me. It's not for everybody, so I'm going to warn you ahead. If you are the spirit coco, spirit Jim, I'm not calling you here. Okay? If you are spirit coco, spirit Jim, this show is not for you. I am not calling you here. Take your opinion to your own page. This is my page. This is my opinion. This is not only my opinion, what can be confirmed. Okay? Fún ẹni tó bá fẹ́ gbọ́, not for everybody. Fún ẹni tó bá fẹ́ gbọ́, ẹni tó bá ní etí tí ó fẹ́ gbọ́, especially obìnrin. Ṣé rí àwọn ọkùnrin tó ń sunkún lórí post yìí, lórí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ yìí. I understand their pain. It's because they are men. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n mú charger so that kíní yóò ní run out kí n tó mọ̀. It's because they are men. They are selfish. They think of themselves alone. They don't know what women deal with. And I'm talking as a mother. I am talking as not only a mother. I'm talking as somebody who has experience on when it comes to things of women. So I'm not calling everyone to join me on this show. Calling very few people. And I want to give women, mothers, opportunity for them to call in. So the number you tell me if you call in, the number you're going to help me to call in, I'm going to pin it. Somebody should please help me to write it on YouTube. I want you guys to call in. Mothers, àgbàlagbà. Àwọn àgbàlagbà, elderly women. Tẹ́ wà lórí show yìí, tẹ́ jẹ́ abiyamọ gidi. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ pè sórí show yìí. Torí majority lè máa dán mọ̀ pé nígbà tọmọ 35 bá ń wọ menopause, ẹ rí pé nǹkan ti dé. Ọmọ 35 years old tó ń wọ menopause. Àwa tá dẹ̀ jẹ́ ìyá wọn at almost ìgbà wo la ṣe wọ menopause. Ọmọ 35, ẹ rí pé nǹkan ti dé. Hey. Please allow me talk my talk. Oh. This talk is not for everybody. Oh. Okay? This my talk is not for everyone. So if you are spirit coco, spirit Jim, please take yourself out of this page at this moment, because if you say nonsense, I will give it to you back. So the number I want people to call in, when it gets to the time, I'm going to post the number. Let me pin the number. Comment Kinida. Okay. 240 351 9287. I'm trying to pin the comments. Ade, good evening. Lórí YouTube. Ẹ bá mi love and like ẹ jọ̀ọ́. I am not talking to everyone. Like I said, this video is not for everybody. So if you are not comfortable with the topic, please take an exit. Okay? I have a right on my page to speak what I want to speak. You can call me whatever name you want to call me. I don't care, because I'm not on social media to validate your opinion. All right? Sorry, mo fẹ́ pin kíní ni. The number. I want to try and pin the number before I start. Somebody should please. Ta ló wà lórí. Ade, can you please help me to write this number on YouTube so I can pin it? +1 240 351 9287. I want to give elderly women. This is more about women. So I want to give elderly women, mothers, who wants to be truthful, who wants to be realistic, opportunity to call into this show. Okay? When a 35-year-old has started experiencing menopause, ẹ rí pé wàhálà ti dé. 35 years old, menopause, mi ò gbọ́ rí, but it's happening already. I can't pin this thing. Why is the kini of me opportunity at the pin? Why is this giving? Okay. Màá try àti ṣe later. Aunty Olúbóyè jọ̀ọ́ ẹ káalẹ́ mà. Ẹ káalẹ́ mà, ṣàlàáfíà lẹ wà. And this video, like I told you, okay, I should repeat the number. +1 240 351 9287. You think it is normal? You think it's normal that doctors for women are increasing every day? It is because of the crisis women are having. The rate at which women visit hospital is not the same rate at which men visit hospital. It is not the same. In our part of the world, we like, lies. We like lies and living in denial. We like deceiving ourselves. Even when we know the truth, we will say it is not so because of religion. I'm not talking of religion now. I am talking of reality. So, did you get the number? The number is +1 240 351 9287. Omotola is not only treatment alone. It's not only treatment. Igbara lambura. Igbara leonbura. Time of the women's time is not the same thing as a man's time, biological time. It's not the same thing. It has never been the same. And that is why a man at 90 years old can still give birth to children. A woman at 50, on or before 50, stop getting producing eggs. So that is to tell you our timing is not the same. The timing of a man and a woman is not the same. That is why your father, that's your daddy. I don't know what's going on. No. Oh, God. This show, like I said, is not for everybody. Okay? I think there is a problem with, I don't know what's going on. Okay, let me use the other phone to access it. I think something is going on with Facebook. Let me use this other phone to put the number down. Free. This video is not for everybody. I'm not talking to every one of you. I am talking to people who are ready to listen. I am talking to people who will be honest and truthful. And I want people probably in the medical line. I probably an obstetrics, OBJ. I became on OBY, obstetrics and gynae. If I have them on this page, I would appreciate if they can call in too. Okay. So somebody called me and I explained something to me. And that is what has actually made me to be doing some updates yesterday. I mean, since I think in the evening yesterday till now. And that person told me it's actually a woman, an elderly woman. Her daughter is in her mid-30s, and the number is not showing. Oh shoot. Okay, let me do it now. Abíamọ lèmi náà, mo bímọ ọkùnrin, mo bímọ obìnrin náà. Ẹ bá fẹ́ pé mò ń ṣì wọ́n lọ́nà. Ṣé rí chọ́ọ̀chì òun náà fi báyé ẹlòmíì jẹ́ tó yẹ pé ẹni tó yẹ kó ti gbàgbé pé òun tọ́mọ tó ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń tọ́mọ at age 50, age 60. Àwọn tó rí wọn pé you can abuse them, you can call them names. I've added another. Okay, I think I've pinned the comments now. Abi? Oh, it's not showing. It's not showing in the comment section. It's not showing yet. Maybe it will pop up again. Ade. So mo ti ṣe ti Facebook, ti YouTube. So this is not the first time I'm hearing this kind of story where a woman called me and said her daughter is having medical issues, that her period is not constant anymore. And the first question I asked her is, how old is the lady? She told me she's in her 30s. I won't say specifically the age, but 35 up. And the first question that came to my mind is that, why is she not married? And the woman said, Auntie, you know what is going on now. To get a man, it's not that easy. There are lots of single ladies out there who are not yet married. And the second should be correct. Please kindly help me to write it again. Maybe I will see it as time goes on. So she said, she told me the age of the lady. She's in her 30s, 35 upward. I won't say specifically what the age is. And I said, has she gone to see her doctor? She said yes. And the doctor is advising if she can go and get a man. I said, show my love first, for Connie. She said that is what they are facing. She actually was asking me if I have matchmaking on my page. And I said I don't do matchmaking because the stress is too much. That I was thinking of doing it. But even if I'm going to do it, I don't want to do it for young people. I'm thinking of single mothers, single fathers that are, not young people. So she now said she was thinking if I could do it, or if I have anybody that probably have told me that if I can connect them to a woman. I said no. I said maybe she should go to this lege. Is it lege? Something lege? There is a guy that does matchmaking on social media, lege or something. I can't remember the name. That if she can go there, and I now said, but why is the doctor saying she can go? She should go and get a man. She said the doctor said the rate at which the lady is going, she might get to early menopause. And I asked, okay, somebody said Lege Miami. Thank you. I said Lege. Thank you. And I said, why? She said, the doctor said by this her age, she's supposed to be active sexually. And I said, that's true, actually, because most of us are this our age. Some of us have done having children. Some still have some still maybe about to stop having children or with their last born pregnancy and all that. And I told her, I said, life is not the same again. That number one, there are lots of women out there that during our own time, it wasn't that bad. Okay? During our parents' time, it wasn't that bad. Number one, during our parents' time, polygamy was encouraged. So there are people that married 3 wives, 4 wives, and all that. But from the experience of our parents and what we saw too, growing up in a polygamous home, many of us opted not to ever go into it. Okay, some people are still into it, and that's what I said. I said it's good for women if you are still a young lady, if you can manage it for reproduction before time will go, So when this woman, we were now discussing, and she told me some things that I don't want to put out, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I went to Google and I searched. I said, can lack of this do when it is time, make a woman to enter menopause on time? And the answer I found out there is very, very likely. You see, for every woman, we have our timing. A woman, once you start menstruating, you start producing eggs. Once your egg is stopping, so many changes will start happening in your life, in your body as a woman. And according to research, to medicine, there are certain egg you have to produce as a woman. And every month you produce. As you are producing, when you get to a certain age, you are expected to start having children. If you don't start having children at that age, your eggs start dropping. Not only that, it gets to a time you may not produce again. That is when infertility, you will say infertility has setting. Or some menstruation will start doing sege. I don't know if the lady took another thing that could affect your menstruation as a woman is this medication that we take to prevent pregnancy. That thing also can affect a woman, okay? If you are taking it too much, there are some that will not affect you, and there are some that will affect you. So before you even say you want to do prevention, you have to go see your doctor to know which one will work for you. Birth control, thank you. And which one will not work for you. Now, at what age should a woman decide, with marriage, without marriage, I should be ready to have sexual relationship? Is it definitely when a child has done what they are supposed to do? Once he graduates, the next thing is we want them to get married. But not all of them will get married on time. Some of them will get into a relationship that will work. Some will get into a relationship that will not work. For men, nobody counts it for them. Nobody knows if they are still virgin or not. Okay? Somebody called me too and said, that they did the marriage of her son in a hurry. I said, why? He said the boy has been a virgin, which was a good one. Has been a virgin. And the boy said his body is not, he can't cope anymore. Which I think was the same reason for the that reverend brother, that father that went to get married, and they said he was not supposed to. Okay, you remember that guy said his body, he couldn't cope. He was becoming the priest. God bless you. He was becoming lowly. There is one not becoming lowly. His body is saying something. His body need food. So, and he's like, I have to get married. Okay, maybe he doesn't want to start doing it where he will start doing it and pretending. Maybe he doesn't want to do that, and he's decided to go and get married. So this, my sister told me that, not my sister, the woman told me that the son said he couldn't cope anymore, and he found a lady, and before you know it, under some months, they arranged the wedding. Everybody, it is good to get married as a virgin, but at what age will you want to remain a virgin? Virginity, or whatever you call it, abstinence is good. You know, when I see people talking about abstinence, when I see people who have given birth to children, who have had serious relationship even before they got married, and after getting married, maybe it didn't work out, they now become single, either for one reason or the other, and they say they are keeping their body. I always wonder, what are you keeping again? What are you keeping? What is there in your body again that you are keeping? Even though I will never encourage anybody sleeping around, but to tell me that you are keeping your body, what are you keeping in your body? The body that has given birth, or which one? The body that one or two other men has passed through, or which one? Even though keeping good moral is good, not jumping from one man to the other is the best. Hold on. Phoebe. Hi, daughter. What's going on? What? So even though nobody is encouraging anybody to start sleeping around, nobody is saying sleep, go from one man and the other. No, I will never encourage that. I have a daughter too. Just to do the sound. I have a daughter too. And I tell her, I educate her on sexual purity and relationship. But we get to a certain age, if you're me, that my daughter will now get to a certain age and there will be complication medically, and they will say it's because her body has not been having relationship. When you want to have relationship, you get to a stage in life as a certain age. You know, the way we attach marriage to everything is our problem. You get to a certain stage. Not everybody will get married. Please hold that. Hold that in your hand. Hold that in your hand. Kegbo kini, kegbo conversation, private conversation. No, I won't let you hear. Kí lẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ conversation èmi àtọmọ mi fún. It will get to a stage tó bá ti ń wọ bí 30 upwards. Number one, o ti ń kúrò market díẹ̀díẹ̀. Number two, possibility of finding your mates will start declining. Especially when you now get to 35 upwards. Because as at that time, most of your mates, lọ́kùnrin, I'm not putting pressure on everybody concerning marriage. The rate at which we put pressures on ourselves, we are not facing reality that it is not everybody that will get married. It is not everybody that will have that luck of finding a partner. And some will find it may break up, is the reality. But finding one for women, for young ladies, is not the same thing like in the days of old. And that is one of the reasons why a woman will get to a certain age. She needs to think of what she wants to do for herself. It is all about her and her alone. Not everybody will get married, and I repeat it and I stand on it. Not everyone, especially this generation, not every woman, every lady will find a man to marry. In my generation, when men still plenty self, not every one of us got married. It now became worse. The more we are having children, the more women available. You can say there are many men than women in the world. We are talking about the men in your circle, in your environment, in your community, where you can meet people that will say, I want to have a relationship with you. Are you getting it? Now, in the days of old, our mothers, they get to a certain age. I remember my mother was over 60 before she got to menopause. Women of old, they get long, they stay long, they stay very old before they enter menopause. It reached my generation, we dey see women in their 40s getting into menopause. Now, it's now on the decline again. Doctors here will tell you, if by 35 you don't have a child, don't try to do it naturally. They will tell you in this place. They will tell you in this place, because in this country, they live reality. They don't lie and they don't deceive themselves. It's in our own society, we think this, we are so stereotyped, we feel things have to be this way and it must be this way. Before my generation, they get to up to 60, 58, 59, 60, 62, 63 before they get to menopause. Why? Those mothers of those days, they were with their husbands, they were married, they were under husband's house. Then they collect steady. The collection of their steady collection was boosting their hormones, because it's all about your hormones not going on the decline. The older you get as a woman, the decline your hormones will be. Time of celibate is when you are young. When you are young, in your 20s, yes, I campaign for that. When I'm talking about abstinence, I am not talking about people wey don overripe. You are overripe, you are abstaining, you are doing yourself. As a woman, men no have problem o. Men no dey get problem, because men will always sort themselves out. Men no get problem at all, because you can never see it on a man's body whether he do. A man can do 4 women, nobody go see whether he do anybody. But a woman, one man can do the woman. If she no take sense do am, then go know say she do. And that is why we get pregnant, and people will see us with pregnancy. That is the evidence say somebody dey knack us steady. That is the life of a woman. A man can say I'm a virgin, and he can claim it, and because he will never see it on his own body. So our mothers, they stay long before they reach menopause. After their generation, follow our generation. Some of our generation are in their early 60s, late 50s, mid 50s, early 50s. Today, many of them, I know a lot of my mates that started menopause in their 40s. And when you look at most of those people that I know, they have started menopause in their 40s, they are people who are inside marriage. It is not as if they are not married though. They are married, but their husband kò sí anything lọ títí láàrin wọn mọ́. Some is either their husbands are living far away, they don't get to see, so it affected them. Some, it's either they are together, but due to over familiarity, they don't do anymore. They just stay together as husband and wife. Thereby, it made them go into menopause early. Please, whatever I'm saying, go and talk to your doctor. Don't take my word. If you are a young woman here, speak to your doctor. Go and see your gynae or your obstetrician and tell her what could happen. Can it affect you getting early menopause and all that? Because every woman's body, we are women. I'm talking as a woman now and a mother. I am not talking as social media somebody. This is reality of mothers. Because I have seen one woman, and I told the woman, I said, you have done the right thing for your daughter. The woman called me and said, Auntie Aduni, woman, I need your advice. I need somebody to advise me on this step I want to take concerning my daughter. I said, what's going on? She told me, blah, 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 blah. The daughter is 38, no husband, no child. And the woman is like, she at this stage, can she still find a single man to marry? I said, yes, it is possible, but very slim. I said, it is possible for her to see a man that the daughter wanted to do something. What the daughter wanted to do was what Dayo Amusa, is it Dayo Amusa, Abitaloshe? Was it one of these actresses, I can't remember, did, you know, that is, go get a egg and have a child. She told me that was what the daughter was trying to do, that she's kind of feeling somehow, what will people say? And I'll say, come, if you live your life by what will people say, it is these same people that will come and insult you and abuse you tomorrow. I said, do whatever you want to do for your own happiness. I said, we are the kind of people whereby we put everything attached to religion, culture, and what people say, and thereby individually depriving ourselves of the joy that we want. And when we will start crying and lamenting, the world is outside there. They don't know what is going on with us. You are the one inside your room crying and wiping your face. So she said the daughter wanted to go for something like that, and she's feeling somehow. I asked, the girl doesn't have any relationship. She said one or two that she had didn't work out, and at a point it even affected her. She became depressed, but luckily enough she came out of it. And the girl started thinking of doing that. I said that's a good one if she wants it. I said because number one, at that stage that the girl is, to get a mate as husband will be very slim. It's either that her mate is a divorcee, has never been married for one reason or the other, but the chances are very slim because there are many of her type out there that are looking for husband. Many of her type out there. So it is becoming a chance of game. Ẹni orí ó bá ṣe ni nǹkan tó wà lẹ́ǹsìn. And I told the woman, even if it is a white person, she said, the girl said she doesn't want a white person. I said, okay, I won't falter on that. What I want, you may not want it. What you want, I may not want it. I said, that's fine. She said she wants, she has a spec and all that. I said, he now said, the girl was trying to have a child. I said, it is on her. And let her make that decision on herself. I said, you know why? If you discourage her, at a certain age, decision anybody is making is on themselves. If you discourage her, and maybe 10 years from now, still there is no husband, and she is now looking at doing that thing at that 10 years from now, or you yourself as a mother that is supposed to be a grandmother at that stage, you will be looking at your daughter, you will not be happy that your daughter at 48, no child. Then what do you do? How will you feel that you are the one that deprived her of making that choice? I said, so allow her make her choice as long as she can be responsible to whatever decision she is making. So I asked some other questions which are still okay. She's still menstruating. She's still okay and all that. I said, okay. So let's Iniedo, God bless you. Somebody mentioned Iniedo now, through surrogacy. Aha. So I said, that is her decision. Nobody can stop her. People are doing it. A lot of people have done it. Nobody knows. It is just because we hate the truth as a people. Celibacy or whatever you call it, or abstinence, it is for a certain age. Not when you are getting old. You are getting old, you are still doing celibacy. Abi abstinence. Medically, when the problem will start, you are the one that will sort it out. And that is why you will see some people, they are just in their late 30s, early 40s. They are looking 60 already. Because your body, why do you think women who get to menopause start changing drastically? Once you get to menopause, go and ask women. And that's why I said I want people to call in. Go and ask women that want to be truthful. Once you get to menopause, you will start seeing drastic changes about yourself, about your body. A lot of things will start happening. Who is a medical personnel here? Who is that person that commented? So if you have idea, you have knowledge on this thing, please call in. The number to call is +1 240. I want to ask one or two questions for the enlightenment of others. Because many people will wake up one day and you will be like, the decision I should have made years ago. Why am I making it now? I know what I'm saying. Anything I come to talk is because I've spoken to some people. I have spoken to ladies who are in their 50s, their late 40s, no husband, no child. I'm not trying to rub anything on anybody. ẹni tẹ́ bá rí pé wà disrespectful ẹ bá mi fi red head sórí kíní ẹni yẹn. ẹ bá mi fi red head sórí comment yẹn ẹ jọ̀ọ́. tẹ́ bá rí anybody tó wà disrespectful ẹ bá mi fi red head sí kí n fún ní kí n ṣe blocking. ṣé mo bẹ̀ ẹ́ ni ṣé mo bẹ̀ ẹ́ já kúrò bí ìjọ kókó rẹ lọ ta ló mo pè ẹ́ síbí tẹ́lẹ̀ ni já kókó rẹ lọ sọ́hun jèrè rádaràda mo pè ẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀. mo sọ fún yẹn I said I'm not talking to everybody. I am talking to people who want to reason. A lot of men will not like what I am saying. But ayé wọn kọ́ kò kàn wọ́n. Obìnrin ló máa affect lọ́la. Gbogbo àwọn obìnrin tó ń wà káàkiri sí tí wọ́n lọ́mọ at 40 something at 50. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lẹ fi ń bú wọn? Ẹ máa wò wọ́n ẹ̀ pé wọ́n ló lóṣó. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ fi ń bú wọn? Ọkùnrin mélòó ló wà available? Àbóbìnrin mélòó ló fẹ́ pín ọkọ ẹ̀ fẹ́? Obìnrin mélòó ló fẹ́ kọ́ wá bóun fọ́kọ? This is not the era of polygamy. A lot of women don't want it. And a lot of men too, they are not even responsible already to do polygamy. It is not like in those days where a man can decide to marry 5 women. When they were doing it in those days, you can't even be... Wale? Mboloda? In those days, you can't even be up to 25 in your mother's house. Ó ti lọ sílé ọkọ. 23, ó ti gbalé ọkọ lọ. Today we have 25, 28. 25 with Yida. If you are 25, you are still with your parents, that is still okay. 28, you are still with your parents, it's still okay. 30, obìnrin. 35, obìnrin. There are many out there. Tí ó bá kàn yín doesn't mean other people are not going through it. Tí ó bá kàn yín, a lot of mothers ní kíní yìí kàn tí wọ́n mọ̀ nǹkan tó lè ṣe sí. But the reality is not everybody will marry because not everybody, a lot of people are not doing polygamy again. Women, no woman wants to share a man. This is not the era of those days where 5 women will be to 1 man. When we were growing up, hardly will you see a single mother now. When we were growing up, 6 women to 1 man. Bó ti yẹ pé ọgbà wèrè náà níbẹ̀. Bó ti yẹ pé ọgbà wèrè ni. Ta ló ń dúró wò mọ́ nsìn? Ọmọ wa wọ 40 mọ́yàn lọ́wọ́. And you as a mother, how do you think you will be happy seeing your child, your girl child at 40 years old? Allow them make their decision. Àwọn ọmọ yẹn ti gbọ́n. The children of today, our girls, our ladies of today, they are smarter. Don't let them be discouraged by anybody, either by preaching or by whatever. As long as they are not hurting anybody, any decision they decide to make for themselves, to make for their lives. Once a lady she has gone to school, she's responsible, she has done what she's supposed to do, she has waited for so long, no man is forthcoming, and she says she wants to do this. She's deciding, as things are going, I don't think I want to wait. There was a lady here that one of the somebody here, she decided. And today, if you need to see the daughter, very beautiful. Very beautiful. The world is evolving. Things are not the same again. Things are no more the same. In the days of old, it is not like what you saw in the Bible. And Rachel now labor for, Jacob now labor for 7 years to marry Rachel. It is not like the days of old that somebody will now bring a woman, a daughter, and their daughter and say, I want you to marry our daughter. It is not the same. It is not the same that a man will just come, I want to marry your daughter. Tio Mori, or a man's father will come, I want to marry your daughter for my son. ṣé sọ́ọ̀nù tó jẹ́ pé obìnrin bíi mẹ́wàá ti wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tí ò mọ̀ yìí tó fẹ́ mú? A son that already has almost 10 girlfriend, he doesn't know which one to pick among the 10 girlfriend. Okay, so you think bó ti jẹ́ wípé wọ́n ti kọ́ sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé a time is coming, 7 women will hold on to 1 man and say, let me just bear your name. We are in that era already. We are in that dispensation. Take it or leave it. And it's not going to get better. And that is why, what do you think all those ladies in the church are doing? Even church realize that their prayer has not changed anything. Church went to open dating app. Nígbà tó dojú ẹ̀. They open dating app. Why do you think a church will open dating app? Why? Linda Ikeji, ọmọ ẹ̀ mà ti dàgbà. Ṣé ọmọ ẹ̀ ò ti máa dàgbà mọ́ lọ́wọ́? Ṣó sọ̀rọ̀ marriage? Is she not living her life? Is she not living her life? Is she not happy with her son? But they go private. Kó wá jẹ́ ọ̀kan yẹn ló máa wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kó fẹ́ má bí mi mọ́. Ó ti mú ọjọ́ alẹ́ ó ti steady ẹ̀ sílẹ̀. I am the one talking on social media. I am the one people call to say, Auntie, please don't stop talking. There was a time I was really talking on this thing for a long time. And I stopped. For a long time, I've not spoken about it. Auntie, please don't stop talking about this thing. There are a lot of people out there, so a lot of women out there crying inside just because of culture, what people will say, tradition, religion. There was one lady that is an Igbo lady. She said it is abomination in Igbo land to have a child for a man that does not marry you. I said, really? And this person is over 50 now. Today, she can't even associate with her friends to marry. The people that she knows, tán ti lọ́mọ, táwọn ọmọ wọn ti dàgbà. Because there is something somebody used to tell me. A stage will come in life when something in a friendship, before friendship can be steady, there must be something that will tie you down. I mean, that will bring you together. There must be a common goal. For example, I want to be a friend to somebody, or I'm a friend to somebody. I am very richer than that person. My class is different. Or that person is richer than me. Our class is different. Anytime I have to go and see her, I have to take a Kemaruwa to go and see her. And she has other friends that have car. Tell me how the friendship will be very sweet. They want to buy this one, I cannot afford it. They want to buy this one, I cannot afford it. They want to go this way, I don't have money, I don't have the car to go there. Very soon she will be tired of me. Or I personally may be feeling bad that any little move she make, I will say it's because she has money. Even though the person may not mean well, may not mean bad. When she moves to the right, I'll say, it is because I don't have money. That's why she thinks I'm not good enough to be her friend. Now there, jealousy go start. Now there, some things go start. Some beefing. Or she might be feeling that me, anything I do, she will say, she has done enough, make her don't come be stressed on her. That is life. Go and see many women today. Many women in their 50s today. Relating well with each other. You will see they have something in common. They have a lot of things in common. It's either their children are doing graduation. They are all there together. Omo Lagbaja is doing marriage. They are all there together. Omo Tamedu is doing naming ceremony. Bó ṣe wà nìyẹn. I'm not trying to cause anybody any pain. I am talking to the younger generation and their parents. Tọ́n jẹ́ àwọn òbí bíi tiwa yìí náà. Tó dáwà náà ti láwọn ọmọ tọ́n ti ń gbẹ́nu lé 30. Tá a bá tètè bímọ ni ọmọ wa ti máa wọ 30. Wọ́n ti ń gbẹ́nu lé. Tìǹtìǹ sọ fún àkọ́bí mi gan pé wá ń bí. Má jẹ́ ó pẹ́ jù o, mo fẹ́ gbé ọmọ. mo fẹ́ rí grandchildren. ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bá bímọ ló máa lóun fẹ́ rí grandchildren. Because of what culture, what tradition, what they told us nígbà generation tiwa has deprived a lot of women today. Most of all these things they bring out is always boomeranging on women. The boomerang effect is always on women. Ọkùnrin máa rọ́nà lọ. So many men that you even think are single, some of them have children already pẹ̀lú àwọn obìnrin kan that you may not know. Tábìlì kan bí obìnrin bíi méjì mẹ́ta kan ti lè bímọ fún. Kó jẹ́ pé ọmọ méjì ó ti bí méjì síbì kan, èèyàn kan ti bí kan síbì kan fún. Wàá dẹ̀ pàdé ẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ á ti wọra tán before I sọ fún ẹ pé I need to tell you something. I hope you will not be upset. I will have told you before, but I want to let you know there was this lady when I was in secondary school that had a child for me. I didn't know how to tell you. And meanwhile, you are in your 38 already. To fẹ́ marry. The guy is in his 38 or 42. Let's assume he never married, but the guy has children somewhere. Òun ló fà tẹ́ pé sometimes you just see a man àwọn ló ti bímọ kan sí àwọn ti láwọn ọmọ kan tẹ́lẹ̀ he has some children before. At the end of the day, ìyàwó tó bá wá wọlé will now be struggling kó tètè bímọ oyún ò tún ní wá on time. Society will be telling her continue to pray Ọlọ́run ló ń ṣe ọmọ. Instead of her to ó ti wọlé ọkọ at that age IVF straight má dúró wò ó. Once you are with a man, they always tell us go and I remember my doctor told me then. He said my mistake for staying that long was the minute I got married, after 6 months, pregnancy was not coming. I should have come to the hospital. If you are under a man and after 6 months, you don't get pregnant, it is time to go and see your doctor. Madurowo, they will tell you as long as you are collecting this thing steady, you should get pregnant on time. At the end of the day, tí ọmọ ò bá wá wọlé, ó tán nìyẹn. Ọlọ́run ò ní ṣe tiwa bẹ́ẹ̀, kò ní ṣe tàwọn ọmọ wa bẹ́ẹ̀. Ipò ọmọ nílé ayé obìnrin ò ṣe kékeré. Ayé ọkùnrin, obìnrin, ìyàwó ní tiwọn. Ọmọ ní tiwa. Ọmọ ní tóbìnrin. Tó bá ti ń pẹ́ jù, kó tó di wípé menopause á wọlé, kó tó lọ before you get to menopause at 40. Before you get to menopause at 42. Because tó bá ti wọ menopause, no more egg ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. It all depends on the time you start your period. Go and read about all these things. Even your ovulation, you can monitor it yourself. Everything has been made easy for us now with the era of this information. All the things I'm saying, to go and read about it. If lack of this thing can cause menopause, early menopause for a woman or not. Early menopause, stress can cause it. Ordinary stress. Ordinary stress. If you are stressed, you are not happy, you are going through once you are going through something, your hormones start acting up. And it can affect you. And that is why it is recommended. A woman, there are some, once you are at a certain age, there are some medications, multivitamins, I mean. Okay, somebody said, yes, they are always talking of these frozen of eggs. I don't know how expensive it is. Iron is good for a woman to keep your blood flowing. Komagbe. Folic acid is good for a woman. Take it. Either you are with a man or you are not yet with a man. Once you get to a certain age, from late 20s, I don't know from what age, but I will recommend from late 20s, iron should be part of your multivitamin. I personally can say that iron helped me a lot. Ìgbà mo ṣe menopause ni mo ṣe wọ menopause. And I had to stop iron to make my menopause really stop. I mean to really stay ground, because it will go, it will come again. Kini yo ni dani. It will go, it will come again. Okay, you see, somebody said, do you know my sister enter menopause being a virgin? Tí ẹ bá nìyẹn. It will come, oh, it will go. So I had to stop my iron. I stopped taking iron. I stopped taking kí ni mo tún lò yẹn? I stopped some multivitamin. It was after I stopped it, then after some months, almost 6 months, ló ṣe wá stop. Tó ń wá bíi pé sisi yìí ni mi mú dá kí ló dé at what age? I started calling some of my friends. Ọ̀rẹ́ ṣé oyin ṣe period? They will say irọ́ látọdún wo? Ṣé wọ́n yìí ṣe mo máa yín ṣe? Wọ́n ní ṣé kò ní dúró mo ní kò yé mi o. I will call this one. Ṣé oyin ṣe period? Látọdún wo? Some even say láti ìgbà táwọn tí wọ́n 46. 46 kẹ̀. Máa pe lé ṣé oyin ṣe àwọn ò ṣe mọ́. Some 50, some 52, some 53, ẹlòmíì 48, 46. I will call this one. Mo ní ẹ gbà mí. Èmi dẹ̀ fẹ́ kó stop. Because kò easy. Látọ̀dún tó rẹ̀ tí ń ṣe kíní kó má stop. Before you wake up one day, not everybody will get married. And it's not by prayers. It is not by prayers. It is not by saying, as you are watching me, you shall find your man. If not so, many women, where they don't they decree for, where your general overseers and the rest have been decreeing for, they will have been married by now. You know how many years, many of them, there is a time for everything. And that is why it will get to a stage, a woman that will say, I am holy, holy, at the end of the day, will end up marrying a divorcee that the church does not acknowledge. Because of today's joy, bó jẹ́ divorcee ló yọjú, wọ́n fẹ́. Me, they blame one because this is about their life. Bó jẹ́ married man ló yọjú, kó gbé wọn sí corner, wọ́n fẹ́ torí wọ́n ní láti bímọ tiwọn náà. And I will not blame them. Wọ́n ò pààyàn, wọ́n ò dẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ sọ́lọ́run. No. Wọ́n ò ṣẹ̀ sọ́lọ́run. Religion will cage you, will destroy you if you don't use your sense. If not, why are churches opening dating app after they have kept those women telling them someone I know entered menopause in her mid-30s? Wow, that's not nice. Ó dà pé wọ́n náà máa ń ṣe padà tó máa padà wá. I don't know. You can talk to your doctor. Ẹni tó bá find ara ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀, talk to your doctor. I think there are some things they can give to you that will bring it back. It's not a good thing to enter menopause at 30 something at all. As a mother, you'll find it funny. As a woman, I don't find it funny. That is scary for any woman. In your 30s, kó máa wọ menopause. Menopause ìwé rẹ̀ wo nìyẹn? Lásìkò tó yẹ kára yìí máa ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa. The life of a man is not the same as our own. No. A man's life, a man can decide at 70 years to have children. Adé bí wọn ò bí obìnrin kankan re kò possible. A woman at 60 go lè bímọ naturally, kò lè lóyún fún rẹ̀ normally, kò possible because as at that stage kò lè produce anymore. Only very few, I'm not sure they are up to 1%, ni wọ́n máa produce ẹyin at 50 plus. Very few, and they will even tell you having children at that age is not that healthy, even for the child that is coming. Very few. So forget, except those ones, forget the other method. I don't want to lay emphasis on that. Time of abstinence has limits. Time of abstinence has limits. Time of celibacy or abstinence. Yetunde Abimbola, what do you mean by says who? Èwo ló ń béèrè? Ṣé obìnrin lè lóyún ní 55 naturally? At 55 ó yìí lè lóyún? Bóyá káwọn doctor bá wa ṣàlàyé bóyá tó bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Somebody said, just to chip in, as a woman, when period stops for a year, if blood is seen after that, it's straight to your doctor. God bless you. It's even very, very risky. If that thing has stopped, then you saw that the blood coming again. If something is wrong in a year, quickly go to your doctor to go and do checkup. If after 1 year, but for a woman to enter menopause in 30s is not a good thing. Ìgbà tí obìnrin ṣe abstinence and say I'm a virgin, only limits. It's not forever. It's not until you marry, because not everybody will marry. Not everybody will marry. A lot of somebody said, man, how about people that give birth at 60? Testimonies everywhere. They didn't give birth naturally if they want to be truthful. They didn't get pregnant, naturally, if they want to be honest. If they want to be honest. Somebody said, my mother had me at 48. I don't know what age you are. I said our mothers in the days of old, by 60 years, they are still menstruating. Menopause. I said it is not the same thing in this dispensation. People are getting to early menopause now. Go and ask your doctor, go and read about it. And for that person that says somebody gave birth at 60, if they want to be truthful, that pregnancy was not natural. It was not a natural one. It's either by IVF or by surrogacy. This is not the era where somebody will say, and our daddy in the Lord now touched my head and I became pregnant. No. Wọ́n gba treatment ni, wọ́n ṣe IVF ni. There are so many ways you can have children. Bí n ṣe wà ní bá ní mo fẹ́ bímọ, mo lè bí. All I need to do is to go and get egg. Bí n bá ti produce the egg mọ́, I can get egg. At least mo ní womb tó láti gbé oyún. I can get egg and I can get the other one. And they will put it together and put it for me. And I will carry it. Ló bá tán ọmọ bá dé. Ẹ dẹ̀ rí mi, ojú mi á wú. My nose will be big. My mouth á wú like person wey get belle. Because I get belle, they put it inside me. Oyinbo has made life easy now. All these things is now easy. Ní dàtí ṣe kíní gangan tó lóyún mọ́ nsìn. No, mo bá fẹ́ lóyún. In the days of our mothers, baby SG, it is not about the food they are eating it too. They were with a man. They were with their husband. Ọkọ wo bá jẹ́ pé ìyàwó mẹ́rin ló ní àbí ìyàwó mẹ́fà. Ìhòtọ́rọ̀ ní ká má sọ òun. Bó ti yẹ pé mi ò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ gba ti polygamy. But they were with a man. The man will come this week. Next week. Some women of this dispensation, ẹlòmíì ọdún kan ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn. Even married women. There are many married women for the past 1.5 years. Ọkọ wọn ò ṣí wọn láṣọ wò. Their husband no touch them. It is not as if they don't have husband though. They have. Talk less of the one that is not married. There are women for the past 5 years. Wọn ọmọ kan tó ń pè ní kíní. They've not seen this thing. Except they don't want to be truthful. There are somebody called me one day and said, Auntie, do you know for the past 10 years, I have not done this thing. I said, done what? She mentioned it. I said, wetin happen? She said she no see me. You no see ke? Man no call you. She said she's been very busy. And she no see the person wey go call am. He said na one baba gegege dey call am. One baba wey don. I said, wetin do the man? He said if I see the man be like I say He said no be that kind of person she wants, even if she won't do man. She said na that man she dey see. She said na that kind. He said the man wey she see no be her spec. I say manager. I say no, God forbid that she go vomit. And he say for the past 10 years, for the past 11 years. But of course she has her children, so she's not bothered. There are some people they are not bothered anymore. It's no big deal. Especially when anybody who menopause in kankan. Wàhálà wọn bother ara wọn mọ́. Tán dẹ̀ láwọn mọ́. We are talking about reproduction. We are talking about reproduction and reproduction at the right time. How does it feel at 60 years old? How does it feel when you should have done it years ago? How does it feel at 55? You are just having 1-year-old pikin. It's not bad. if it happens eventually, but it's something you should have done before. Nǹkan tá à ń sọ nìyẹn. A lot of men are not so much available. Okay? Men are not so much available. So it's not everybody that will get married. When time is going, do the needful. Tó o bá tiẹ̀ tí ìfẹ́ bímọ, have somebody ó jẹ́ kankan ni kó máa kó fún ẹ. Kára kí hormones ẹ máa ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa. Kára máa, because when all these things happen, there is an hormones you release. There is an hormone that the man is releasing to you and you are releasing too that will keep your body active. Time doesn't matter. Ta ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fóbìnrin? Time does not matter. Then you can marry, you can have children at 70 years nígbà yẹn as a woman if time does not matter. Mo ti gbọ́. Everything has its time and season. Just because of these religion people, they have made a lot of our generation to waste their time. We are only justifying the situation we find ourselves. We say it doesn't matter. It no matter. Time does not matter. Okay. So bọ́mọ yín pé 45 nínú ilé gan kò matter. Tí ó dẹ̀ tí bímọ. And that is why I give it to the likes of Dayo Amusa, Iniedo. They damn all consequences of whatever anybody will say. I was looking at Iniedo and her daughter which day. The daughter is growing, and I was looking at the way they were playing. I say, wow, thank God that this girl really took the decision when she took it too. Ó sì rí pé òun ò rọ́kọ, òun ò rí ibi tóun máa jókòó sí, ó dẹ̀ rọra ṣe kí ni, ó yà wá bó ṣe máa bímọ, ó yà lọ ṣe surrogacy. Tèmi, either you like it or not, ọmọ ẹ̀ ni. Ọmọ ẹ̀ ni. She's the owner of her child. A time, everything about women is time bound. Fi wọ́n lẹ̀, ibi téèyàn mi tí ẹ̀ gbọ́ rí pé time does not matter in a woman's life. This is the first time I'm in a woman's life. Time does not matter. That is a selfish statement too. It's a selfish statement too. Time does not matter. Now imagine me. I don't want to emphasize on that. I don't really want to emphasize on it because of àwọn tó wà involved. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n bá nìyí. Ẹ má click lórí nǹkan kan o. Don't click on any link o. Ẹ má jọ gbà yín o. Mo ti remove comment yẹn. Time does not matter for a woman. When it's a certain age, if we have a daughter at that certain age, a daughter at 15 years, come on, period, you will not be bothered as a parent. You will say time does not matter. You will say time does not matter. Somebody said time matters. I went into mine at 45. 45 years old. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Menopause. 45. Menopause can stay as long as a woman is active. Woman help. Except you get into sickness, stress, or some other issues that will affect your hormone. Ló máa jẹ́ kó ní early menopause. Outside that, 50 upwards ló ti dájú. Time matters for a woman, no. Please don't preach that to the younger generation. Time matters. The biological clock of a woman is ticking, is ticking, is ticking, is ticking. It's not staying. It's stagnant. But for a man, men do not have problem. The only problem they have too, when they get to a certain stage, they are not steady. Once a while, at least come out kúrò lára, they can have problem too. Prostrate something. No, it is not as if it will stop anybody having prostrate, but they say it reduces the chances of prostrates. And remember, this body is not the same, oh, but whatever it is, all these hormonal things, they work together. They work the same way. They work the same way. Don't say time does not matter. It matters. Ó matter gan. Àwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹkún náà fi sọ. The people that called me to talk, ẹkún gidi náà fi sọ. Kò ń ṣe ìdùnnú. And if they have opportunity to change, to turn back the hands of the time, they will. But religion has so beclouded us. Religion has messed up us, our mentality. Religion has made us to feel decisions we make for our life, to better our life. Religion makes us to see it as a sin, which is not a sin. You are not hurting anybody. You are not affecting anybody. You are not destroying anybody. You are making a decision for your life. Responsibility of it is on you. It is not on anyone. And there is time for a woman to stay celibate. Why do you think they said they should start doing sex education in school? Why? That the sex education should even start from you. A parent that wants to live reality, you can now tell that child, if you can abstain, it is good for you until you get married. But until they get married, is at what age? At what age? Is it that when a woman is 35 years old, ayi ma sọ wípé a man must not touch me until I see the right man? You better drag the wrong man and make him right. Until I see the right man. And at that age, that right man is already hooked. The men you know, they have their own wife already. It's either you want to go and be a side chick to them, or you want to be a second wife. You will choose one, or you wait. You continue to wait. If not so easy, why are churches opening dating app? Why are they opening dating app? Time matters for a woman. Tó o bá tiẹ̀ tí ready àti bímọ, you need somebody by your side lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan because of your hormones àti kínní. Okay, wọ́n á sọ wípé as 35 I'm still a virgin. Kí náà fẹ́ fi ṣe? Wọ́n fẹ́ fi ra kínní. The man that is coming, ṣé virgin lòun? Ṣé virgin lẹni tó ń bọ̀ tó fẹ́ fẹ́? As long as though, but if you are not going from one person to the other, doing show, that is about morality. You are not, it's not as if you go from this man, you go for that one, you go for this man. You oh, ṣiṣẹ́ aṣẹ́wó, relationship ló ní. Ọmọ mi á wá wọ 35 kò ní ní boyfriend. Màá wá ọkùnrin fún. Màá wá ọkùnrin fún. Èmi fúnra mi ni máa arrange. Ẹ wá bá ń fẹ́ o. Kó tó di pa máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí deal pẹ̀lú more difficult issues. Women, a woman's body is never the same like a man's own, and it will never. Kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ fi kún. It can never ever. The way our hormones work, the way our body work, is not the same as the body of a man. And that is why we have a time we will start menstruating. We have a time we will start producing eggs. As long as once you start menstruating, you will produce egg. And that egg has a time limit. It's not going to be there forever if you don't take care of your body. Àwọn pastor yín tó ń preach fún yín, are they waiting for their own children? They know how they quickly arrange and package them because they know the repercussion. They know the repercussion. They quickly package. Fáwọn ọmọ wọn. Àbí wọ́n gbọ́ pé wọn pastor kan wọ́ ọmọ, ó ń wọ́kọ̀ àbò ń wọ́ ọmọ rí. No, kò possible. Somebody said there are lots of ladies with polycystic ovarian syndrome now. At least I know about 4. What is the cause? Let me check. I want to check what that person just put. I love learning. Hey, yeah. Ah, okay. They said it an hormonal disorder causing enlarged ovaries with small cysts on the outer edges. The cause is not well understood, but it may involve a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Symptoms include menstrual irregularity, excess hair growth, acne, and obesity. Treatments include birth control pill to regularize the period, a medication, blah, blah, blah. People may experience abnormal menstruation, absence of menstruation, heavy menstruation, irregular menstruation, short and light menstruation, or spotting. Weight, obesity, overweight or weight gain. Also common, infertility. Wow, acne, depression, inappropriate. Share I want the person that mentioned it. Somebody said yes, it's very rampant now. Just discussing it yesterday. The people that are dealing with it, are they married or single? Hello, I want to make a comment. Somebody that mentioned that she knows somebody, 4 people. Are the women single or married? I would love to know. Are they married or single? The women that are experiencing this. Anyone? Niri. They are all married. Wow. Mostly married ladies. Wow. Manire Shuke. So kí ló lè fà? They said the reason is not known. Somebody said always single man. Somebody said married. Anybody, I guess it's anybody, any woman can have it as it is. Anyone can have it as it is. So, James Dwayne, you said, Madam, are you speaking to Yoruba or you are speaking to the whole nation? Now, question I ask. I'm speaking to as many that can understand me. And at a point, I may switch to my language. Whatever I say in my language, I repeat in English, okay? So, you can't take my language from my mouth. Sorry about that. Whatever I say, I still say it in English. So, you just have to pick the ones you can pick. There's no how I will not switch because my language is sweet. Okay, I can decide to do it in Yoruba too. Okay, there are so many platforms that I know they don't even speak English at all. And they do their shows. Okay, somebody wants to call in. Number, I gave a number to call in. That is +1 240 351 9287. That's the number to call. +1 240 351 9287. Okay, they mostly detect it when women are struggling to get pregnant. So that's the number to call. Ta ló fẹ́ pè? Phone, this is the phone. It's happened. I read extensively about it. I know of ovarian cysts, but I've never taken my time to. You might not even bother yourself. Somebody said it happens to some women that has been active and after some time stop being active. You are so cautious, auntie. If now other blogger wọ́n máa gbé hánu ni kò lè tó yẹn. He asked me politely and I have to answer politely. tó bá rude gan, the worst I can do is probably block the person. I'm trying not to allow people draw me into, I say this 2025, I won't let them draw me into being hostile or aggressive. Oh yeah, I thought you said you want to call. Ta ló lóun fẹ́ pè yẹn? Mo máa stop o. Please allow people to live their life o. Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn gbégbé ayé wọn o. Stop telling people, if you think something is a sin, keep it to yourself. Stop telling people how to live their life and making them feel bad. Somebody said, I had it when in the past I was active and stopped being active. Wow. Ó ga o. Ó ga o. Ara wa yìí gan pàápàá. Ó get us CB. I'm glad you are fine, Sha. Anyway, that's the most important. Even if you have to go through the surgery and everything, at least you are alive. You can tell the story, which is more important. Which is more important. So, Sherry, nǹkan tí religion dá sílẹ̀. What religion has caused is why a lot of people are in what they are today. My wife is being disturbed by black worm. Èwo ni black worm? Her heart is making her not to get pregnant. Yes, I had a child after 11 years of my first. Wow. The number to call is +1 240 351 9287. That's the number to call. Wow. Èwo tún ni black worm? Which one is black worm? +1 240 351 9287. At least, thank God you have your own child. Nǹkan tá à ń sọ náà nìyẹn. Èèyàn kan ní time obìnrin ò matter. Ta ló sọ pé time obìnrin ò matter? Time obìnrin fẹ́ matter pa ni. Gbára lóbìnrin gbọ́dọ̀ búra o. À ń ṣọkùnrin o. You will see a man. Oh, he has children already, plenty children. He will go and marry another small wife, young wife. And at 60, he will have children. At 70, he will have children. But it's not the same thing for a man, a woman. You cannot compare your life and the time as a woman to a man's life. It's not the same. And because of the way things are, whereby everybody is trying to, nobody wants to share their husband. Ó fẹ́ ìyàwó níyàwó ikú pa ẹ́, ọkọ lọ́kọ. Ó bá lọ bá ó fẹ́ ọkùnrin tí ìyàwó ẹ̀ burú tí ẹ bá ẹ nìyẹn. Nobody, even men too. Not all of them want to have many wives. Despite everything, not every man has the mind for wahala. Unlike those days. In those days, you will see, if you see those fathers, count like 7 fathers, 6 of them are into polygamy. Sunday, how are you? Good evening. Oh yeah, if you want to call in the hotel, but call in so that we can stop. Okay, somebody has called already. I'm calling you back. Sorry, I missed your call. If I miss your call, I will call back. Time matters, oh. Time matter for being real. Many people were caged. Stop caging people with religion and culture.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. So I just wanted to give a bit more insights from my own personal view of PCOS. So I can even say from my perspective, I was actually diagnosed with it when I was 13 years old. So it's not really a thing where it's a marriage or something.
You're talking of the
PCOS.
The PCOS, okay.
Yeah. So anyone can have it. It's not specific, but it is very rampant, especially amongst Black women. But a lot of Black women don't realize. So where, you know, a lot of people will tell you, oh, it's a spiritual problem. No, it's actually just a health condition that, you know, it's happened from when you were young. It's not, and of what I know, it's not something that you just get as you get older. It's something that would have been happening, but everybody's reaction is different. Like when you were reading some of the symptoms, it will say some people are overweight. Me, I don't have any form of overweight. I don't have anything to do with hair. Everybody's different. Some people, it can even go as far as them having diabetes. Some people heavily depressed, and I do know someone who has all of it, where the girl is quite sad because I work in mental health. So I do have a strong understanding of it. But one of the key things is...
Does it affect infertility? Does it causes infertility as they say?
Absolutely, it does. Because everybody, when it comes to your menstrual cycle, I mean, when I discovered it, I think I had my very first cycle, and then for a good 7 months, I didn't have a cycle. And then again, after that, it wasn't until like 3 months. It was just scattered and all over the place. And if you're not careful, it's very important for women, mothers, to take note of what's going on with their daughters.
With their daughters.
Especially when it comes to that. Watch what they're eating. Talk to them to understand what's going on. Because funnily enough, and this is where parents, you actually have to know your child. As in, when they're young, build a strong relationship.
With them.
Because the hospital I went to, where they diagnosed me, this was a Nigerian man. I will never forget that man. It's not good to curse people, but sometimes some people need it. At the age of 13, this man was saying, and I live in the UK, it's not like I'm in Nigeria where it's easy to just fall into the hands of a lot of wrong people very quickly. I mean, you can fall into the hands of anybody anywhere. But this man was accusing me that, oh, are you sure you've not gone ahead and got yourself pregnant, and then you went to go and remove it? That's why you're not having any period. And I didn't have the best relationship with my own parents at the time. So they didn't really have my back to be able to caution that person. Are you a professional? How can you be saying that? Of course, now in this day and age, you cannot speak that way.
Yeah.
Because things will happen. But that's what the individual said. But if you're watching your child, watch what they're eating, watch what's going on with their bodies.
Make sure you know when they menstruate.
Yes, and also do your research, because a lot of medical practitioners now, they will just give you tablets and just tell you to be going, because there isn't enough research done on this as well. Because I was given some tablets, just like the tablets to stop you from getting pregnant. So it's like the pill that you take.
Okay, that is what they said, that they put people on pill.
Yeah, on the pill.
It's part of the treatment.
Put on the pill, but it's not a treatment, because the pill gives you for someone who has PCOS, you're not producing eggs as quickly as your average woman. Yeah. So imagine you're being put on a pill to have a fake period, because the point of the pill is to stop you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if you're constantly taking that pill, one, you as the individual who is on that pill, you won't know if your body is producing egg or not. You're just producing fake periods.
Wow.
And if you're not careful, because even at some point, I even had to step in as I was getting older and be like, this doesn't make any sense. How am I having fake period? I don't even know what my body is doing. And before you know it, they'll start increasing the dosage. Before you know it, they'll start putting you on other medication. There's a medication called metformin. I think it's metformin or met.
Don't mention it. I saw it. I don't think it should be. We shouldn't mention things so that people can go and be. Anyway, in abroad, you can't get it anyway.
No, there's a reason why I mentioned it.
It has to be prescribed.
Yeah, no, it has to be prescribed.
It has to be prescribed.
Do not go and take it. But the thing is, the reason why I mentioned it for a reason is people need to do their research. That medication is for people who have diabetes. So if you're now put on it and you don't know, because I was almost given that tablet as well, because some people have been given that tablet. And the minute you get onto those type of tablets, before you know it, they have to keep increasing the dosage, because naturally the body will be used to that tablet. So imagine that you didn't have a problem like that before, and they now give it to you. So anyone who doesn't know anything about this type of thing, please do your research. But the research starts with your own self. Actually understanding your body is so important as women, to really understand your body. If your body isn't working, try different things. To be honest with you, I actually was on that tablet, the pill that I was on, for more than 15 years, I think, if I'm not exaggerating. One day, I just said to myself,
more than 15 years.
Yeah. And it's not, that tablet is such a bad thing because the doctors will just give you and just say that, be going. But it's you that you have to be conscious of what is happening. That's why, even though if you're going for spiritual help, know what you're doing. That's the first and
spiritual
most important thing.
Okay.
People, believe me, because at some point people were saying that, they probably did something to me because of family problem.
Oh, they related it to a spiritual issue.
Our people will naturally do that. That's our problem.
That's true.
Everything is spiritual problem. I then had to stop. I kid you not, the minute I stopped this thing, after coming up to about 2 years, my
From the way you are talking, I want to believe you are in your 40s.
No, I'm not. I'm a little bit younger than that. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Okay. But we are actually talking on early menopause. Do you have any friend that has experienced early menopause?
Yes, and I actually made a comment because I'm the one that's Tammy. So I actually know of a young lady who actually went into menopause at 18.
What? At what?
18. And even here in
18.
UK, there was a girl.
Hold on, 18, please. 18.
Yeah, 18 years old. But
menopause.
That's not the only age. Yes, there was a young girl that went into menopause as young as 13. That was even online. So if you research that one should come up online. That's why it's so important that parents who have girl children start knowing what you're feeding your children from a young age. That is so key. Don't just be saying because it's African food, it's just this. No, be very careful because there's a lot of things that they're feeding us even in Nigeria that's not even okay anymore. And if your body cannot take certain things, know the amount you will eat of it if it's something you enjoy. It is so important.
Hold on, please. I'm sorry, I want to ask you some questions. You say you know somebody that went to menopause at 18.
Correct, yes.
What was the reason?
It just comes. There wasn't really a reason for it, if I'm honest, from what I remember. It was just a case where she just noticed her body was changing because I've got older women in my family who have gone through menopause, and the way her symptoms was just coming up as the same way. And I was just thinking, she mentioned it to me. I thought, okay, this doesn't sound right. And she went to the GP because I'm not a medical practitioner. So I just thought, well, girl, maybe you've got PCOS like me. Just go out because, she would be having all these different reactions to things. The way her body would be, 1 minute she's hot, the next minute she's cold. All this period is coming anyhow. It was just odd. So I just thought, okay, maybe because I didn't know much. And she went to the GP and they told her, do you know what, you are in the stages of, there's a specific name for the people who go through it at that age. I don't remember the name, but there's a name for it. So I think if you research it, you will find it. But there's a specific name.
I'm already typing.
Honestly, and I'm so sorry to scare everybody, but we need to be real with ourselves. It's so important. But the age of 13, I do remember that story because that's what even prompted my head to think, 13. This is scary. There's young, but then there's so many people across the globe. Yeah. So
premature menopause.
Yeah.
And it's also called primary ovarian insufficiency.
Yeah.
But very rare. They say it's very rare.
It's very rare, but we don't know where it can happen. That's the problem. Because we might all say that, we don't wish, nobody wishes it on themselves. But God forbid that's somebody we know's future story or their child's story.
That's the reason why some people have difficulty in getting pregnant and all the rest.
Absolutely, because and the thing is, we're not educated enough.
We attach everything to spiritual, and that's why a lot of women at 50 are just going for IVF, surrogacy, adoption, blah blah blah. What you have done in the past.
Yeah, and to be honest, I will say this out because I have an Asian friend who she was married before, it didn't work out. She got married to someone else, and before she married the second person, she started freezing her eggs, and I think it cost her about 8,000 to 10K.
So freeze the egg.
To freeze the egg.
It's not for the poor.
It's not. But you know what? There's plans now. There's plans for these things in terms of financial payments and everything.
How many Nigerians can afford that?
No, but you've got to see it as like, if you can pay for phone bill or car note every month, why can't you pay for that?
We are talking about people back home now. No, we know people abroad will be able to afford
people
it.
Back home, of course.
So people I think with what you have said now, people abroad should be able to know that they can do this, you know. Once you are getting to, because I've had some young people that say they have tried to, they have gone to freeze their egg. And I tell them that's a good one. It shouldn't be something that anybody should discourage anybody from doing. Okay?
Yeah, but you are enlightened and you have an open mind. Countless amount of mothers that will be saying that is rubbish to their child. That you will surely have a child the way a woman is supposed to have a child. You will surely get married.
For somebody that, what if that person does not get a man to marry? But
that's the thing. Once again,
because there are a lot of single ladies out there in their 30s, mid-30s, late 30s. There's no husband. There are many.
Auntie, let me surprise you. Me, I'm in my mid-30s. I've dated, I've been in a relationship, everything. That's not even a big deal. I have a friend that is going to be 43 this year. And see, no word of a lie. Nobody has said, hello, what's up, how are you doing? She doesn't know what it means to be approached by a man.
Are you serious?
And her mom will still tell her, because I said to her, she's beautiful. She is beautiful, but she's quite of a shy lady. But I can understand that that's not a problem. But it's because of her family background. The family background this lady has. Her mom will still be saying to her that, no, you will still have husband. You will have 40-something. I have to tell her that, look, my dear, life is not smiling at anybody.
It's not smiling, no. You know, I have a lot of mothers, and I'm glad it's a young person talking to me now. I have a lot of mothers that have tried to confide in me. And see, Aduni, àwọn ọmọ wa ò máa rọ́kọ̀, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Ẹ bá wa ṣe dating something. I said there are a lot of dating something out there. There are a lot of ọkọ òpó títì ni.
And see, let me be honest with you, the dating sites is even a whole different type of beast. Because what you will find here is worse than mental asylum for some people. It's a scary place. You just have to pray that your luck will meet something that will match your own, what you're looking for. Wow. That's one thing. Because the dating pool, if I say the dating pool is, I can't even say it's even it doesn't exist. If you meet one that seems okay, seems, I didn't even say they are, seem okay. Just money. If you, at this point, I say to a lot of my friends, even to myself, that look, if you meet someone decent and you know that it's just to have a child, just be frank, do what you need to do and move on.
I don't get that. Can you repeat what you just said now?
Okay. I think I have to go back to the dating side. Finding someone in this day and age, I think at any age is very difficult. But if you're a woman that's been brought up to be very meek, be it Christianity, be it Islam, it will be even more difficult for you. Yeah. But, religious is even one thing. But imagine a meek girl that, you can't talk to guys. You still have that old school mentality that, it's a man that's supposed to do this, it's a man that's supposed to do that. It gets to a stage where you have to leave all of that in the bin. And you have to wake up. And I would say to some others that encourage your daughters to actually know themselves at this age that, look, you may not find a husband, but that's not the end of life. I would say this, that some women are called to marriage and some women are not called to marriage. That's but true. Every woman is destined to be a mother. In one
if
way
you want to be a mother, that is it.
Yeah. Not even just want to be. A woman's destiny is motherhood. And it looks different to everybody else. Some women is biologically. Some women it's not biologically. Some women you're even step. Some women you're a mother to a group of people in your community. It works differently. But if you know that what you yourself, you want to say that you want to have your own child, we have so many amazing women around us. Whether they're good or bad, it doesn't matter. They have actually stepped out of the regular, let me find a man. Surrogacy. Adoption. If you know in this UK alone how many black children, and I will say black because I am black myself, that are left in care homes that need mothers. I know it's not the easiest of things to do. It's very, very difficult because we all want to carry our own child. But if it is not happening for you, there's no harm in going for adoption. There's even in this UK,
adoption or even doing IVF.
IVF, whichever way that you can mentally deal with, because people don't understand that even with the IVF, even with the freezing of eggs, there's another mental struggle with that as well. People don't take that in.
What is the mental struggle with that? You want to tell us?
Right. Well, from the conversations I've had with some of my clients, just the fact that they feel like they failed. Let's take religion out of it. Any woman, black, white, blue, green, if you know that you want to be a mother and you're not able to do it the way we are told to do it biologically, it becomes such a problem for that person. They'll go into thinking, they'll go into stressing, and it doesn't help when you now see
even at this dispensation.
Yeah.
With all the awareness, with the truth out there.
Let me be honest with you, ma. The truth can sit in your face and you will still not take it on as the truth. Is that serious for some women? And it doesn't help if you've got some parents. And one thing in African communities is we don't know how to be warm to one another. Sometimes you will use side comments to talk to someone that's going through something like that. We don't really know how to encourage people with positive words. You know, it's something that is not really.
And that is why I think more women that has gone through this journey should come out and speak to help the women, the younger generation.
But you have to think at the same time, you have to give them time to be able to come out and speak, because some of the
their own time, Since you even mentioned there are some emotional trauma to it, I agree with you. Like some of them feeling they failed.
Let me be honest with you, ma. There's some women that they will freeze their eggs. When it's time for them to even go and work with the eggs, they still won't get pregnant. What about those ones, Uncle? What do you say to those women? Or the ones who have done how many rounds of IVF and it's still not working?
Yeah, somebody just said that on YouTube. That it's not everyone that does IVF that is successful.
Not everybody. And imagine the money, the time, the dreams. That same, I know of somebody else who also did some of these things. Last, that lady's husband left her because of it.
The husband left her?
He left her and he got somebody else pregnant.
Don't you think age too has got to do with it?
She was young.
Wow.
This lady was young. She was early 30s. The guy left her. The guy left her, and as soon as he left her, he now got somebody else pregnant. What would you say to that type of lady? People don't understand that the world of womanhood, especially when it comes to transitioning into motherhood. It's a very, very
tough
interesting area. If you don't know. It's easy for us to bring awareness to it, yes. But it's how do we talk to these people? How do we enlighten them? How do we work with them to understand, okay, you have not failed. You've not failed. And I'm talking to you now. I'm in my mid-30s. I don't have a child yet. I'm praying I don't enter depression. But I thank God for something. I don't need to lose hope. If it's going to be, it will be. And I'm grateful. And I think that's another thing is a lot of women need to start understanding that sometimes your walk in your destiny is different from everybody else's. Understand.
But I always, you know what I always encourage women that I've done to one or two people and I know it worked for them. I used to have, I have some friends. And as at then, they were getting close to 50. And I called about two of them. I said, look, in 1 or 2 years' time, you'll be 50. Go and adopt.
Yeah.
And they actually did. And today, one of them, the child is about 7 or 6 years now. And, you know, she can't thank me enough that most people that she tried to talk to then, just like what you said, were looking down on her. They were not encouraging enough. They were not empathetic enough. They make her feel less. And I said, no, don't feel less that you can't have it naturally. There's nobody should make you feel less. You know, some people have it easy. Some people don't have it easy. which is fine. But do what you, and that's one of the things I'm doing now. Do something for you. This is for you. It is not for the public. It is not for anybody. This is for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is for you. It is for you and you alone. Religion should not make you feel less. The religion should not make you feel guilty. And you have not sinned against anybody. This is what I'm saying. Do it for you.
But this is the thing is, it's one thing. The thing is, anyone who's listening now, you need to start changing the way you speak to people.
Yeah.
Because something that I say on a sneaky or jokey way, you don't know how that person is going to carry that in their head. People forget that. People don't understand that when it comes to these type of things, where your mind can go, you can't even wish it on your enemy's enemy. It's that bad.
I walk the path a little bit, not for long, so I know the pains. Not much, because I waited for about 6-7 years.
But the thing is, man, let me be honest with you. This thing is not even down to age. You will see some young people who are now probably in their marriages and stuff like that, that will be snubbing fellow young people who are not at that stage of marriage.
Exactly.
It's something that
I even see this challenge they have started doing on social media, where they will show their ring and bang it on the phone. Yeah, those things, you can't tell people not to live. You should be the one to just grow a thick skin that such things will not affect you.
But the thing is, it's easy that's another thing is, and I have to always remember to say this to even my own clients, that having a thick skin is one of the toughest things to have. It's like doing something to someone and telling them, oh, please forgive and forget. How? If you've not trained them on how to do it. It's difficult. If you're not, that's why I'm saying anyone who is listening to this today, please work on your mindset as to how you speak to people who have and don't have children.
But you know, when people are talking, they don't know who has and who does not have. I'm sure you know that too.
That's true. No, I'm aware. That's why I'm saying that people should try and work on it.
It's when you don't have to talk to people one-on-one, you know, that okay.
But man, let's be honest, it shouldn't be because you're speaking to someone one-on-one. Just learn how to be empathetic in your words.
I agree with you.
That's just it. It shouldn't have to be like that. Man, do you know that as you're doing your shows and everything, there's going to be someone who would have listened to your advice that is not even the advice that they need it for themselves, but they're going to pass it to somebody that can pass it to other people. It doesn't cost anything to be empathetic. It really doesn't. I think people miss that. It's free. But we don't understand. It's free, but at the same time, it's worth billions. Empathy can go so far in especially in our African communities.
And keep people strong I agree with you.
Yeah. People don't understand how important that is. I've even seen where people have been so wicked at someone who's just had one child. They say, Ashebi, you only had just one child. Can you imagine that?
I know. Can I get that back again? What did you just say about somebody having one child?
Yeah, I've even witnessed people insulting a woman for only having just one child.
Oh yes. I've had it too. And I've seen people. In fact, I personally, somebody has insulted and abused me that I was barren, and I did a video of recent. I said that word barren, nobody should use it on anybody. Nobody should use that word on anybody. And I don't know where that word came from, that it became something that they use in the church. A woman was barren for several years and I lay my hands on it. That word is so traumatic to hear.
It's the biggest. It's enough to harm someone, someone.
Yeah.
That type of word.
I know.
And, you know, I mean, I will let you go now, but if there's anything I will leave before I leave, is anyone who's listening, please be empathetic. Not even just in this whole thing of fertility, just in general. People are dealing with a lot. If they were to unwrap what they're going through, some of us that will say, "Nah, I'm going through problem," you're not going through what some people are dealing with. But it doesn't mean that your own pain should supersede their own pain. No, but be empathetic. I'm in my job is to work in a mental health field. I help people every day to stand up and try again. The amount of Africans, and that's another thing. Don't laugh at someone because they're dealing with something of trauma. Or say that, oh, don't worry, I know one clinical, I know one pastor, I know one somebody. Teach them how to stand. Be a builder for them. But at the same time, encourage them. It's not one thing with Nigerians again, we're too fond of this tough love as well. Oh, you must be tough. No, some people are not built to be tough. Something this kind. I mean, I'm working with, managing directors who were once earning stupid amounts of money, and because of something small, they've lost their job. They've lost their independence. How do you expect such person to be encouraged if you're saying, you're talking to them anyhow? Tough love is not the way. Let's be empathetic. Let's know, or even if you're going to do tough love, know when to do it. Start learning when to do it. Because honestly, people are dealing with a lot.
I agree with you.
People are really dealing with a lot. How many people that I will have to call emergency services so they don't self-harm? Is that one? Young children that are watching their parents fighting every day, and they will go ahead and behave like that outside.
Yeah.
People will be insulting people because you've not married. Look at you at this age. You've done this because you've messed with so many people.
And that's one of the reasons we are telling people you are not married does not reduce your self-worth. Marriage is not for everybody. Not everybody will get married.
Because
not
there's
everybody.
Some people, they're in real bondage in their marriage.
Somebody said even people that are tough break at some point. You are talking to me.
Absolutely.
There are times I've broken down too. In fact, there was a time I came on social media. I wanted to talk on something. That was 2 years ago. I can't remember now. About 2 or 3 years ago. I didn't know when I started crying. I'm telling you. So even people that you think are tough have their weak moments too. Thank you very much for this.
It's true.
Thank you so
people
much.
Will cry in the background. People will cry in the background. They won't cry in front of you. Some people will.
And some people will cry in your front before you know it.
It's true. Some people will cry in front of you.
They will break down. Yeah, because we have that. Everybody have that time. They can't hold on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Anyway,
thank you, and I wish you all the best, sweethearts. I wish you all the best in whatever you decide to do. All right, darling. Take care of you.
And you too.
All right. She has really made a very good valid point, and honestly, we are getting to that stage where people will allow people to live and make decisions. When Dayo Amusa came out and was talking about her experience, people were sending the video to me. Auntie, analyze this video. Auntie, analyze video. I say, analyze what? Analyze something that somebody decides to make her life what she wants it to be. How has that become our problem? This lady is over 40. Hello, Mo Alori show. Should contribute me?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. How are you?
I'm good. So, just a quick one in terms of, talking about vulnerability, because I didn't start the program with you. I just popped into it halfway in between. But in what the lady sort of strike me, and I could relate it to my own situation, right? But we'll get into that in a bit. In what when she was talking about the way we label people and,
in our society.
Okay, now, I'm now going to my own personal story now. I've been dealing with something, it's called fibromyalgia.
I know.
Last 2008. And one thing about fibromyalgia is you never can tell, like most times, it takes years for the doctors to know what exactly is going on.
That's true.
Most times, in fact, doctors will tell you that this thing is actually in your head. But it's a lie. And even since the last year, they were still contemplating whether it's an autoimmune disease or it's not. They were still contemplating until early this year. That's how complex the whole thing is. So dealing with something like that since 2008, on symptoms here, it makes me become a social recluse. Now, in our society. Think about that.
You are right, because comment do you have blood running in your veins with this your comment to somebody's situation?
Mommy, it's so serious to the point that I would actually have to hide this because I don't even know what to tell people I'm suffering from. I can't even explain how I feel. Now, I've been dealing with that since 2008. Now, there was a lady I know. She died of cancer. I saw this lady conceal this. I mean, this is a situation where she has been diagnosed. She knows where she's heading. But all because of our society, she had to conceal it. Now, this is someone that she would have actually been going for intervention, but she would refuse to go for intervention, all because. Now, for me, on a broader level, I saw something that a lot of people did not see. Now, the question is it because the reason she didn't go for intervention, was it because, she didn't want to go? No. There's something broader that we are not seeing. And the whole thing boils down to the fact that the society and our perspective about vulnerability plays a lot onto her.
Yeah, sure.
You now realize that a lot of people now deal with issues in our society. Emma realize what issues they're going to go. The perspective of our community alone,
Benny.
So I saw this firsthand happening to this lady to the extent that because she wasn't receiving intervention, she eventually, the whole thing actually got exacerbated and she died as a result. I said, wow, this is a lesson for me. Mommy, what I did was, so going back to the point I'm trying to make, Mommy, I think we can't wait for people, if you find yourself in a position where it's a classic story in our society that people will talk down on you. Don't wait for the society to change, because I don't think in our generation, our society will change completely to the point that we start, admitting the fact that people at some point will have issues and we can actually address people with empathy. It's not going to happen in our generation. So, in a position, now, Mommy, I now came out publicly. I educate people about my fibromyalgia. I don't hide it. There was a day someone was actually praying for me. Wheelchair, because by the time this thing is crippling me, you won't be there.
Benny.
All you do is, wheelchair. Okay,
one my decree possible. The reality is there. The reality is this is what is going on, and I might have to do this at a point.
Yeah, if it's going to provide support, I will bloody get, part of my French, I'll bloody get on it, get the support, and get on with my life. But because of this kind of the biases we have and all that, we now see people, rather than addressing those issues, perspective the community avoid intervention.
They even avoid people too.
It now makes their situation worse. So going back to what that lady said, it's important anybody about find their in any form of vulnerability, need community work. Trust me, don't wait for the community to change their perspective. You have to develop that thick skin. When people see your state of vulnerability, trust me, you need to approach them with resilience that to hell with anybody.
Yep.
That's just my contribution.
Thank you, sweetie.
And you're welcome with me.
Thank you. I remember when I came out to speak on my recent relationship status. Auntie, Auntie, I love your courage, but I don't think it was necessary. I said, no, I have done me. Please, I have done me. I don't want to carry anybody. I don't want to carry anybody on my mind. Anyway, somebody wants to call in too. I love what is going on. We need to be empathetic, like these people say, and, encourage ourselves. People are just using religion and all these things to tie people down. And at the end of the day, it's coming back to you. It's coming back to you. Do what you are doing for you. Anyway, I'm calling you back. If you get to see, you can call me back. Oh. Any you be called. We on there too soon. All right, so I've called you back. Anyway, you see, when I was to talk about this thing, I didn't even know we will have somebody of close to that age group that will come out and speak our mind, our pains, you know. And when I come out to talk about this kind of a thing, I am putting people in my shoes. Maybe because I have at a point experienced some of these things I don't know. For example, I know I experienced delay. What we call delay is what all these wicked pastors will call barrenness and stigmatize you. You know, every spirit of barrenness. There is no woman that is barren. There is no woman. You can only be barren if you decide to. And what they call barrenness is not barrenness. Infertility issue, yes. Issue of not having a child, yes. But not having a child is even subjective. It's on you. You are the one to decide whether you want to or you don't want to. Because there are so many ways now. And we have people that don't even want. And it is not a sin. Shebeyi on Oprah Winfrey, as rich as she is. She Oprah Winfrey, yeah, Oprah. She doesn't have a child. She said she doesn't want. Does it make her less of a woman? Does it make her less respected in the society? No. So you can decide you don't want, and you can decide you want to. The paternity of your child is nobody's business. It's nobody's business. Don't let anyone cage you. Don't let anybody use religion to cage you. Don't let anybody use culture, tradition. It is not in our clinic, it is not in our culture to tie you down. Because Tony T. Dibabaje, Tony Dilomada. When it comes to you, it is you and you alone that will face it. It is still the same society. No mabue. They confirm, achieve, man. Let them use it to come and abuse it. It is better they use what you will like. If I know, I will have done this. If I know, I will have done this. Let them use it to abuse you. It is better than you, because of them, losing what will give you peace and joy. What you know you desire. Hello?
Hello, madam.
Yes, ma'am. You called. Should I contribute? Should I put you on speaker?
No. I just want to have a
chat. Okay. Let me call you when I'm done with the show then. I thought you wanted to contribute with your message that I saw. All right. All right. That's people you are castigating. Put yourself in their shoes. That person you are looking down on, put yourself in their shoes. That person that you think is this, is that. What if it was you? How will you feel? I said it earlier today when I did my show. Do unto others what you want them to do to you. What you don't want people to do to you, don't do it to others. When that Musa gave birth, Auntie, analyze this video. Analyze. I said, what should I analyze in this video? Kini da yo ṣe tẹ́ ń pariwo? Tẹ́ ń béèrè pé ta ni bàbá ọmọ? Ta ni kíní kan? Some people even use this Naira Marley song, ta ni bàbá baby, to put a video. I said, this is wickedness. I refuse to. I refuse to. She has done something for her life. How is that anybody's business? She has done something to make her happy. How is that our business? So that some other people will not do it. That was why I gave Biola Bayo kudos. She came out to encourage women. She came out to encourage women. I did this. This is what was going on with me. And I had to look for solution. These are the years of deception that we have lived with. See, our pastor Master Wikpe, continue to pray. They even have faith clinic for us. Fruit of the womb faith clinic. Instead of us going to the hospital. Instead of us doing what they are. Some of them, adoption, some of them, surrogacy. Some of them, IVF. Àtàwọn àtìyàwó wọn ni wọ́n fi lọ́mọ. And they will never wait for their own children to get to a certain age before they arrange husband for them. And of course, they always have somebody they can arrange for their own children. It is not the same thing like ordinary people like you and I. It is not everybody that will say, oh yeah, go and marry. No. They get husband for their children because they are rich. It is easy to arrange husband for a rich man picking. Not the same thing as ordinary person. And not everybody, like I said earlier, will get married. Not every woman will get married, and it does not make you less of who you are. Marriage should never validate any woman. It's good to be married if you find marriage is beautiful, if you find, but it doesn't mean it makes you less of who you are. Somebody said, my younger sister's friend went to a sperm bank in the US from Nigeria. She has a beautiful set of twins, boys and girls. I mean, I know one or two people too that did it. Near generation Tawayi, you are still allowing people to dictate your life. In your kawani, this woman, you are teaching the younger generation, you are teaching the younger generation to be promiscuous. I can't believe this is coming from elder. This is coming from the place of a mother. Àwọn tẹ́ gbogbo àsùn kan burúkú fún tó bá dójú ẹ̀, they will be the one to cry, not you. He said, is this coming from an elder? This world don't bàjẹ́ pátápátá, because I said sexual purity is for young men and ladies to a certain age, not for ages 30 upwards or people who have done it before, as long as you are decent about it. And I said, this is why many ladies are getting to menopause early. Talk to your doctor. Only I can't believe this is coming from a woman. I have told you, I am not under religious bondage. I am a realist. When you say you are realist, you say it as it is, without, no matter who is being stepped on. You say it as it is. Except somebody decide they don't want to have children. Except somebody that decide, I don't want to marry, I don't want to have something. But because somebody wants to, you are now using religion to make them see themselves as a sinner, as a bad person. This is what I am out for. They are not bad people. The decision they made has got nothing to do with you or with God. It is with them. It's about them. One person say, I thought you are out to open people's eyes. Excesses and errors of some churches, which is a welcome idea. But now moral virtue of chaste is also wrong. Chaste at what age? At 35. What are you chasting? At 35. So you want to wait for a man to say, yeah, take the ring. Really? Because they tell you there is everybody that will get ring. They tell you there is every woman that will see your husband to marry. Some will only have relationship. Some, it is only by ordinary relationship they will become mothers. Some, is the reality. It has been happening. You are the type of people that will make such people to lie. Then they get pregnant, some of them will go and remove it. Not because they want to, because they are afraid. What will the church say? What will they say? Bá sunkún jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, that I have degenerated, mo degenerate nìyẹn. I have told you my page is not for everybody. Ẹ kóra yín kúrò lórí page mi. Tó bá kan àwọn ọmọ tí yín, advise your children. Let the ones that wants to listen, let them listen. If it is now your own child, tọ́mọ yín bá wọ 35, just like àwọn tó wà ní deeper life tó fi wọ 60 years, tí ò sọ́kọ, tí ò sọ́mọ. Wọ́n pọ̀ káàkiri. They are in deeper life, they are in MFM, they are in other churches. Today, wọ́n ti gba kádàrá, wọ́n sunkún sínú. Ìmí inú wọn ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń pè lọ́kùnrin at 60, kán gbé virginity wọn lọ sọ́run. Or kán gbé lọ sí bank, let them go and collect money with it in the bank. Let them use their virginity to go and collect money in the bank at 60 years. One is for only married couple. So if once you are not married, oh God, even if you do it decently. Anyway, ẹni tó bá létí kó gbọ́ kò kàn mí, kò kàn yé. Bá fún mi lórúkọ kẹ́ pè mí ní nǹkan tó bá wù. Okay, somebody has been trying to call. I am disappointed in this woman. What will your disappointment help? Hello.
Don't mind those people. It's better to do surrogacy or have a child than not having any or even one child. Let me tell you, I have a friend, a very close friend of mine. We went to a sperm bank. When you get there, they give you the profile of all the men, the sperm donors.
You said you have a friend. How old is this your friend?
She was 38. And I told her, I said, look here, if you continue waiting on your pastor saying, Ile Oluwa kì í ṣú, Anna of Kiniko,
Ile Oluwa kì í ṣú, God bless you. I want slogan to people you obìnrin jẹ́.
I say, are you Anna? Is your name Anna? Are you related to Anna in the Bible? Come on, let's go. And we got to the bank because like my daughter had endometriosis. And she was in high school. It was one gynecologist at the emergency room that advised me that, you know what? Take advantage of modern technology. Go and harvest these girls' eggs. Put it in the bank. Because with endometriosis, she may end up scaring uterus and may not likely to have children in the future. But if you take advantage of modern medicine, you can help her surrogate or you get a surrogacy for her. So it was that doctor that myself and my friends spoke to, and he said, you know what? These days, nobody is waiting to have any husband or anything. That they have profiles. Just tell them the kind of man you want. Maybe an intelligent man, tall, handsome. If you want a black child, if you want a mixed child, you understand? It's there. Modern technology to advance education might be more law. Don't listen to anybody. They'll be advising you.
Some of them, what they are doing in the closet of their room for their children. Arranging saints because of their church members. Come on, Barry, commenting. Saints.
And don't feel income. All you need is good advisor. Yes. Modern technology is so advanced.
So 35, 38 is not ripe enough to start having relationship. And the relationship must end in marriage. Emma man toranyi go.
Emma toranyi. Decency here. Because the Baba that don't need the Lomada. They will have their children and their husband will come here, they will do surrogacy, they will hide. And they will say, bless my womb night. I'm looking unto the Lord evening. I'm checking it. You people will be married. This is my for menopause.
There are so many.
Make his word discussion. Mo sorry ẹ má bínú o ọlọmọkọ gọkù òní kí la bí tó bá ṣe pé ọkọ lẹ lè ṣe ẹṣẹ ọkọ kẹtọjú ẹ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
There was a friend of mine ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó lọ ṣe surrogacy ọkọ tó fẹ́ wọ́n ní káwọn lọ adopt ọkọ yẹn ṣe báyìí pé wọ́n lè adopt ọmọ ọlọ́mọ o tó bá pa wọn kíní kan àti kíní kan ló pa ìyá ẹ̀ wá bí kan àti bàbá kíní kan wọn ò lè jẹ́ kọ́mọ kan wá pa wọn o. Mo ní wò wá ọkùnrin tó sọ pé òun lè jẹ́ kọ́mọ kan wá pa wọn yìí tó ní kò sí kankan tó ṣe ó lè ti láwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀ bí kan ìwọ ni kò má fàṣíkú ẹ̀ ṣòfò.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tètè kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ kó tètè wá wọ̀rọ̀ kọ̀ fi ṣàdá kó lọ ṣe nǹkan tó ní ṣe. She had a set of twins half caste tí wọ́n fine tó jẹ́ pé màmá pọ́n wọn lẹ́nu láti.
Obìnrin kún ráyé wá ayé ọkùnrin wá ní pé kò ṣe nǹkan kan tó bá kan tó obìnrin náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kóòtù báìbù rọ ọkùnrin lè bá obìnrin oríṣiríṣi sùn kó bọ́ ọkùnrin ó bá obìnrin oríṣiríṣi sùn láì ṣe pé obìnrin yẹn fẹ́ máa ṣe kú ṣe kó tún máa ní relationship at 45 alọ́ má bà tèmi jẹ́. Mo máa ń gbọ́ yín o.
It doesn't mean because you are married to a man ipò ọkọ ẹnìyẹn ẹ lè fẹ́ra yín kẹ́ má jẹra yín lọ́mọ tẹ́ bá ti ń pẹ́ jù ń bẹ̀ ẹ wá wọ̀rọ̀ kọ̀ fi ṣàdá bóyá kẹ́yìn méjèèjì jíjọ lọ adopt àbí kẹ́ lọ surrogacy papọ̀ bọ̀ pé kí wọ́n máa sọ pé ọkọ mi ò fẹ́ ọkọ mi Jésù mi ò tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ ó ti lọ it is gone. Obìnrin ló máa jìyà bẹ́ẹ̀ o ẹ má wojú wúṣe anybody ẹ má seek advice lọ́wọ́ àwọn ẹlòmíì and you see Aunty Adoni some people will advise you they know the right things to say.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
You understand but they will test your temperature before they advise you. bóyá o fẹ́ gbò tọrọ àbó fẹ́ gbò tọrọ, and some people they will advise them to
wọ́n parọ́ tó fúnra wọn láwọn àwọn tó láwọn lọ church yẹn they deceive themselves so much.
wọ́n máa parọ́ fúnra wọn wọ́n máa parọ́ fúnra wọn wọ́n máa mírí jigijigi àti àdùnní àwọn
àìmọye wọn tó ń ṣẹ́yìn fọ́mọ wọn pé kọ́ ayé má bàa gbọ́ ọmọ máa lóyún wá sáré lọ yọ.
àìmọye àwọn tó wà ní church tó jẹ́ pàgẹ́gẹ́ làwọn ọmọ wọn ọkùnrin tó dẹ̀ ká wọn mọ́
ẹ jẹ́ máa wò ó ti yín ẹ jẹ́ máa wò ó ń tẹ̀rẹ̀.
ẹ wo ẹ jẹ́ kólúkálùkù tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ ìmàlẹ́yà ní tó bá ti ń ké yà láwù
kó máa ké yà àyàsẹ̀ ké yà àyàsẹ̀ mọ́.
my sister tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ kò ṣeé dúró wò kò ṣeé dúró wò láyé sí i use your common sense. Pastor will because they want to enslave you. They want to keep you under their arms and wings. So wàá máa wá sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wàá máa gbérí jìgìjìgìjìgìjìgì wàá máa kó tó yẹ kó lọ fi wá ọmọ wàá máa kó fún wọn. tó bá kó ẹ̀ fún wọn.
òun ló dá fáfẹ́ lómi tàn fi lówó ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kán ṣe nígbà tó bá rẹ́dì wọ́n á ní kò sówó lọ́wọ́ àwọn gbólógbó làwọn ti máa rówó yẹn lówó tán ti fi sow seed wọ́n á ní sow a seed of a newborn àní kan ìkànnì kéèyàn kan lọ ra ọjà kan fi ṣe prayer IVF lẹ́nu yẹn ṣe gbẹ̀yìn IVF ó ti ra ọjà ó ti ṣe oríṣiríṣi wọ́n á ní kán lọ ra new baby things as a point of contact go and buy baby things and bring it to the church the same way tó máa ní káwọn olùkọ́ yí àwọn tó ra wedding gown lọ́jọ́ sí those ones that bought wedding gown the last time carry me dey go bye bye carry me dey go where go dey go ṣọ́ọ̀tì lọ́kọ they don get husband.
And all the mothers here all the mothers gbogbo èyí ìyá tẹ wà online tọmọ yín ọmọ ọdún kan ìbáṣọ ọmọ ọdún mẹ́fà ìbáṣọ ọmọ ọdún márùn ló lóyún tó bá ti ṣe pé ó ní boyfriend tí kì í ṣe pé bóyá REPE ni ẹ jẹ́ kó bí nǹkan tó ní bí torí ẹ̀ mọ iye ọmọ tó kọ.
another angle ẹ tún lọ yẹn. What you just said is why there is a particular lady she doesn't have a child till today ibi tán ti lọ ṣẹ́yún fún nínú ẹ̀ bàjẹ́.
kò lọ sí skulu mo fẹ́ kó kàwé kò sí pàtó àwọn adáṣọ tí òrìlẹ̀ fi mọ́ the only thing that is very hard to do in life is ọkọ àtọmọ níní.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
kò sí pàtó ò lè kàwé ìyá 90 years ń ka BSc mo ti ríyàn kan 80 years tó wà ti grandchild ẹ̀ jíjọ ṣe GED Amẹ́ríkà yìí náà ni tó ní òun fẹ́ fulfill dream òun ṣe é ní pé kò sí pàtó yóò kàwé ṣé ìyá 90 years lè bímọ.
kò yé mi bíbímọ kẹ at 50 kò lè lóyún mọ́ ọkùnrin ló ń bímọ at 60 a man at 60 can have a child. Carry me dey go baba carry me dey go carry me dey go Jesus carry me dey go at 35 èèyàn kan máa sọ bí ṣe máa ṣe ilé ayé mi tí n bá ṣe kéré wà kí wetin concern you at 35.
sísá mi kan wà bí o ní first born bàbá ẹ
láìpẹ́ máa tanra yín mi.
at 70 years old bàbá 70 náà ń pọ́n wọn yẹn ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn ló ń tọ́mọ bàbá ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ 70 tí bàbá ẹ̀ bí ní 70 years.
èmi náà lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ tí bàbá ẹ̀ bímọ at 70 plus.
bàbá 70 náà ń pọ́n wọn yẹn.
èmi náà ní ọ̀rẹ́ tí bàbá ẹ̀ bímọ at 70 plus.
ààrẹ lómi dẹ̀ tó wá kò tọrọ àti àdùnní tó bá bá wọn sọ ààrẹ lómi tún kò tọrọ wọ́n ní pásítọ̀ àwọn ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọlọ́run ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ the God of these days does not promise me that I will not have a child ilé olúwa kì í ṣú I will have my own child at the appointed time I'm looking unto the Lord. ẹ wo.
ẹ ṣe ìyá mi jèrè thank you.
ọlọ́wọ́ yẹn kojú fún mi téèyàn ti look unto the Lord o ẹ yára yín brain.
ojú òkùnkùn ní fọ́ ẹ ṣe sis. Yes ma. Anyway, a word is enough for the wise. At 35, you remember what got us here was talking about women at 35 upwards, where people will say they should remain a virgin, and it's a lot of things and a lot of issues can start happening at that time. Not every relationship will end in marriage. Even people that are married as virgin today they are divorced. Hello, many that are married as virgin today they are in the market. As single mothers, as single. That is not the number to call. Oh, I gave you number to call. The number to call is +1 240 351 9287. You are calling the wrong number. Okay, mi bá dẹ̀ gbé o, mo lè fi eléyìí gbé. So Hello, are you trying to call to contribute? Are you calling to contribute? Okay, can you kindly lower the other, reduce the volume of the other phone or whatever you are using to watch? All right, then can you please speak in English?
Oh, well, I will try.
You're going now. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
I should block Memphis.
It's about 20 years ago. Me and my wife, we are having some challenges in childbearing. So, and this is a guy, A2, and his wife. They are going to they are in the same chair, the same situation like us. So this pastor came from Nigeria, and the guy and his wife went to the crusade held by this pastor, and the pastor called the guy to the room, and the pastor said, "Look, who's that woman?" The guy said, "That's my wife." He said, "Well, your wife is a aquaja dog. She would never have a child."
Wow.
Do you know that year that woman had a baby girl? She had a baby girl that year. So what the guy was telling me at that time, he was just warning me to be very, very careful. He warned me that you be very, very careful, because that's what they told me and my wife. And now we're carrying our daughter. He said, "Look, aquaja look basically your wife." Wow. So now that's how, the situation is so very, is because we have like almost 9 or 10 miscarriages.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So now today we have 3 beautiful kids. Actually, my son turned 16 today. That's my second born. That's my first.
Congrats.
So it's got 16 today. My daughter is 18. Then right as I'm talking to you, I'm driving. I just want to go and pick up my last one, 12 years old, from school.
Oh, I'm glad about that.
So, what I'm going to advise people is to seek for this,
help,
especially people that live in Western world, even Nigeria, to seek for modern technology. Because all these things is because that time when we went through a lot. Because my wife.
I will tell you what aquaja means. It means a male dog. A male dog does not get pregnant.
Yeah, she'll be crying.
That's what it means.
My wife should be crying like, "Oh, maybe I'm gonna go out have another
woman outside."
Yeah. So until one day, at my workplace, I met this white woman. She was pregnant at the time, and I'm a very, very sociable person. And I said, I was just talking to the lady like, it seems you're gonna have twins. He said, no. You know how the white woman talk. He said, no, I'm gonna have one child. I just have a big belly. He said, I said, by the way, at that time we just had one miscarriage at that time. I think we had the night. That was the ninth one. That was the last one. Yeah, wow. That was the ninth miscarriage. The number 9 miscarriage we had that time.
Miscarriage. That's a tough one, and any woman.
Oh yeah. So wow. I told and the lady said, she said she's very empathetic. Like, I'm sorry. That's what he said. I'm sorry. I said, he said she worked in the hospital where we met that day. He said the hospital. Yeah, we should work. They say she's going to give me a number. One of the top gynecologists at the hospital. He said, she gave me that number. I say, give it to your wife. This man going to call you. I'm going to set appointment for you. Make sure you and your wife go over there. The rest is the history today. It's like an angel, the one woman. He gave me the number. I called my wife. I gave it to her. Then she called, set an appointment. Then the doctor invited us to the appointment to the office. And the doctor told me, look, she told my wife, go and bring all your medical records. I want to see it. She brought it. And the doctor came to me. He said, look, man, you're the man. So all this thing gonna be on your neck, because as it is now, she's what's it called? She's I don't see she's like she has some some issues that she got to be on the bed for 9 months. So I have to do everything. Say she had to be on bed rest for 9 months. I have to get the car, I have to get the chair, the wheelchair to wheel her to the hospital. The doctor told me everything. You have to cook, you have to clean, you have to get
some people. Yes, there are some people when they get pregnant, they must not go through any stress. The pregnancy will come down. Such people, they put them on bed rest, sometimes 9 months, sometimes not more up to that. But if they have to tell you it's 9 months, it has to be 9 months, and you stay if you don't want to lose the pregnancy.
He told me, look, this is this opportunity for you guys too, because this is what happened to her. I'm gonna send it to another hospital.
Thank you very much for sharing.
So end of the day, I went through everything. We have a baby girl. That's like 18 years ago. Then the same thing, second born. We have to go through the same thing.
True bed rest too for the second one.
Yeah, pay for the third born. Yeah.
Hello, me only get pelvic. Maybe it's the pelvic that will be small and all that. So a life of a woman is not the same thing as a man. That's what people need to know.
This one is a two issue. She had a weak cervix. Then woman blood clots. So now she had to be injecting herself Nubolox every day. Wow. The morning, the day, the night. Nubolox, that's my injector, right? Because you look at that's my team blood. Because all the previous one that's in it is a blood clot closet. Then week cervix. After 3 months, second trimester, we have to surgery, we must stitch it up. Really a bit sucking. Cervix thing. I tell you what, for the men listen to me tonight, I'm gonna beg you, please, when you are going through a situation like this, please, I beg you, in the name of God, though, be patient with your wife. Be very, very patient with your wife and be down to earth and all this, because that
so
time,
be supportive.
So that time, it's like I'm going for medicine in a hospital to study medicine. I know everything. And the men, listen to me tonight, please, thank the women. But what I've seen, could you to read? Hey, I want me they came out healthy. 50% session of your journey. I saw everything. I saw everything. I saw everything. I'm going to call story, but I can write the movie about it.
Thank you so much.
Because, the women you are saying, man, listen to me. The women, please appreciate them. Man. I've seen a lot. My wife, we are also. We go to all is tight, swollen up, trajectory. I don't know what to put my turnaround. Pillow my support. I would use pillow to because that is be a slanty. Be the lot of a slant to read pushing to be, That was a day. But before we had my daughter that time, my daughter time, I think the pregnant was like 4 months old that time. So that day, she couldn't feel the baby. So I called home. I called her like 10 times. She didn't pick up. All of a sudden, I jumped on the freeway. I was making her 90s, but I was so scared, like, what? She didn't pick up the phone. My head is gone. Like, what's going on? When I get to the place, when I get home, I didn't see a car. I know what's up. I just tracked her to the hospital. When I get to the hospital, I ran to the hospital. All the people were like, is this guy crazy? I said, no, I'm not crazy. Why is she? It says in labor and delivery. 4 months.
Preeclampsia in pregnancy,
end of the day, she was admitted because the baby was getting bigger. So I feel like she was scared too. So they had to, she had to be in hospital for 3 or 4 days. So,
thank you for sharing.
That's my story, just to encourage me. All these people that, what's it called? All the spiritual whatever, they
àìmọye obìnrin tó ti lose ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ from what you are saying tí wọ́n á ní kó máa lọ gbàdúrà kò sí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Thank you very much. It's unfortunate that women are the receiving end of most of their nonsense.
I know.
Yeah.
I've seen it myself, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Every of these, their rule, it affects women more than anybody. Obìnrin ló affect jù. Don't do this, it's women. Don't do this, it's women. Women ló rógo. Everything is women. Anyway, the brother has spoken a lot, and I love what he said about men being there for your wife, encouraging them, supporting them during tough time. Women go through a lot. So many things we cannot even put into words. So many things, when we even say, you may not understand. We are driven by hormones. A lot of things, hormones. And that's why I see when somebody has 35, obìnrin ò tí gbọ́dọ̀ dóko ṣe wà okay. Anyway, obìnrin tó bá dá yín lóhùn ni o. Òun ló dáfá fún wípé the man is not virgin and he wants you to be a virgin at what age? At what age? At what age? Maybe by then your something is already menopause is gotten súnmọ́, or your hormones is already doing ségesège. You now get pregnant. Ẹ̀sùn máa sáré infertility pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Anyway, at this point, I think a word is enough for the wives. You can call me whatever name you want to call me. This is my own page. This is my own. I'm speaking reality on this page. I am not a religious person. Get that straight into your head and take your religiosity out of my page. Take your God said out of my page. Take your it is a sin out of my page. Take your what will God say out of my page. Except you can show me that you have seen this God, that God spoke to you. It is not only your pastor God that speaking to. God is speaking to. Because even in that Bible that you are carrying up and down, women know they hold before they go marry. Women, then they allow them to do polygamy until we say we don't want to do polygamy again. Okay? How can you be telling a full-grown woman what to do with their body? Kí n ti yín? Ẹ máa jẹ́ kán feel less of themselves pé wọ́n ti ṣẹ̀. They have not sinned against anybody as long as tọ́n bá ti ṣe olóṣó. Tí ò ṣe pé wọ́n ń ṣe aṣẹ́wó, wọ́n ń gbowó. Some of you say, are you encouraging them to be prostitutes? It seems some of you don't go to school. You don't know the definition of pure and prostitute. You don't know? Go and read what that definition is. How will somebody have a relationship because ẹni yẹn ò fẹ́? I mean, wọ́n ti forúkọ síra wọn lọ́wọ́. Kán má ṣe normal. Kán do normal. Kán ṣe normal. Kán ṣe kíní kan normal. Kán fi sí normal. Kí la wáyé wá ṣe dà bá ṣe normal? Wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ aṣẹ́wó ni. Ẹ dẹ̀ máa tanra yín. Anyway, most of you are even kuku pretenders. Some of you ilé ọkùnrin lẹ máa gbà lọ sí church. Ẹ̀yin irú yín náà lẹ máa bọ́ sórí social media. Are you telling them to be sleeping around? Ṣé mo sọ pé kán sleep around? Abeg, get out of here. Get out of here. Are you telling them to be sleeping around? What are you teaching the young generation? Which young generation? Am I talking of babies? I am talking about full-grown adults. Mo fi nǹkan ṣe 35. Are you talking about free? What are you teaching the young kìíní kan? Bọ́mọ yín bá pé 45. Kó wà virgin. Nǹkan tó wù yín nìyẹn. Nǹkan tó wù yín nìyẹn. What is on ground now? Kì í ṣe wàsá. And does a woman getting married at a virgin, does it guarantee success of marriage? Many virgin are outside now. Many women that married as virgin, they are single. They have become single mother. They have become divorcee. They have become widow. Tí ò sọ́kọ mi mọ́. So what is it going to bring? It is at a certain age you start living normal. Tó bá yìí young, 20s and all that, I support that fully. Well, once you get to a certain age, to 30 plus, does it guarantee success of marriage? Does it guarantee that the man will stay with you? Does it even guarantee wípé marriage yẹn máa last? It's just a question. Okay, if after that, the man now say, go do again, or anything happens after the marriage, ti di tó dẹ̀ tí bímọ, ẹjọ́ ká máa lórí now. Okay, you got married as a virgin. before you know it marriage pack up. Not even at this dispensation tẹ́ pé marriage ò last lọ títí mọ́, only very few. Èyí tó bá tó máa wà nínú ẹ̀, most of them are not even happy, wọ́n kàn takú síbẹ̀. And after that break, after he breaks, after that marriage don break, are you still a virgin? And a question I dey ask, the next man that is coming, is he going to meet you as a virgin? Of course not. So why are you deceiving yourself? So having relationship has now been turned to that person is a bad person, that person is a sin. As if the same people that are preaching this thing, that is the kind of life they live. That is not the life they live, oh. That is not the life they live, oh. All these people preaching this celibacy, that is not the life. Most of them, wọ́n gbẹ̀ǹṣì dáadáa, wọ́n wá dancing, wọ́n wá ṣe holy. Some of them, it is not their first wife ló wà nílé wọn. And some of the sisters too, ìmí inú wọn ó bímọ síbì kan, ìmí inú wọn ti yọ àìmọye oyún. Irú wọn náà wá ń ṣe holy. Ìwọ tó yẹ pé o ti bímọ rẹpẹtẹ, o ti marry rí, bóyá ọkùnrin kìíní ọkùnrin kejì, before you became born again, tẹ́lẹ̀ born again. After being born again, o wá sọ wípé you have now turned yourself to celibacy àbí abstinence. What abstinence again? Níwọ̀n tó ti kéréwà kó tó di pé o di born again. I say the people that deceive themselves most are these religious people. Ẹ máa ń like kẹ́ máa gbéra yín gẹ́gẹ́gẹ́ síbi tẹ́ ẹ belong. Níwọ̀n tó ti kéréwà ẹ dáadáa, tó ti ṣe iṣẹ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ dáadáa. O wá sọ wípé torí pé o ti di born again, o wá ní o ti di new creature. O wá sọ rẹ̀ di virgin. Ìwọ náà di virgin nìyẹn o. Ìwọ náà ti di virgin nìyẹn o. Ṣé virgin or no virgin? Ó mì wípé marriage yẹ á perfect. Àbí your marriage will be the best. Àbí your marriage will be ó máa gbówó wá. Àbí ó mì wípé ọkùnrin yẹn á sọ ẹ́ di pàtàkì. Àìmọye virgin tó ń fún ní ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Àìmọye virgin tọkùnrin yẹn máa dìbò. Wọ́n máa gbọ́, you know you are the one that is virgin me. Somebody said, this happens a lot in Deeper Life Church. Women waiting until they are old, until they are married. And if no husbands come, you are expected to remain like that. Meanwhile, Pastor Kumuyi remarried. Thank you, Joyin Gene. God bless you, my sister. Thank you. Thank you for bringing these points. Ó ṣe easy. Ẹni tó ti wọ 30, ara ẹ̀ ò ti ní máa béèrè nǹkan. Ẹni tó ti wọ 30, ara ẹ̀ ò ti ní máa ṣe bákan. 30, I'm not talking of 20-something, no. I'm not talking of a child in school. I'm talking of a full-grown woman, independent, tó ti ń earn a living. Yẹn náà ṣe, bàbá yín Kúmúyì, kí ló dé tó sáré lọ fẹ́ yàwó ní 11 months after tí yàwó ẹ̀ kú? Why did he rush to go and marry another wife? If na so easy, that you are looking for a woman that will now become a woman of 35, a woman of 30 plus. Yẹn ní kó má súnmọ́ ọkùnrin. But ọkùnrin lè súnmọ́ obìnrin. Why can't you put your focus on men too? Pé kó má súnmọ́ ọkùnrin at 30 something. Let me even use it as an object. Pé ọkùnrin tó bá ti pé 30 plus o, kò gbọ́dọ̀ súnmọ́ ọkùnrin. Kò gbọ́dọ̀ súnmọ́ obìnrin until ìgbà tó bá róbìnrin. Kò bá jẹ́ 40 years ló tó róbìnrin, should stay like that. Tó bá possible. Wasn't that why somebody went to go and quickly rush man to marry the guy? He said, I can't continue like this. He said, Mommy, I want to marry. The mother said, when did you start thinking of saying, Mommy, let me be truthful with you. This is what is happening to me. This is what I have been doing. Kò sẹ́ni tí ó mọ̀ wípé kí ọkùnrin young man kó máa fa kíní fún rẹ̀, ó ní repercussion. Kọ́kùnrin máa fa kíní fún rẹ̀. Láìṣẹ́ ní tó ti bímọ tó ti ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe. Kíní yẹn máa slack, ó máa affect ẹ̀, kó máa fà. Ó ní repercussion. Màmá ẹ̀ ní nǹkan tó ń ṣe ni ó ní Mommy, kí lẹ rò pé mo fi ń gbéra? What do you think I've been using to hold myself all this while? Now quickly mama say, wedding, they quickly arrange the wedding. So you think a woman is not like that too? You think a woman does not have that option? But how many women can go and meet a man and say, come and marry me? How many women say, oh yeah, this is what is going on with me, I want to marry? In life of a woman is not the same as a man. Ayọ̀ tó ṣú ọkọ má fàájà àdí kíákíá níyàwó ìyá ẹ̀ wọ́wọ́ wedding. Ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú mi ò ṣeré o, true life ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ yo, discussion tí mo bá yàn ẹni yẹn ní last week ni mò ń sọ yo. Last week èmi àti ọmọ yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ní kí ló dé. Báwo lẹ ṣe wá sáré ìyá ẹ̀ ní nǹkan báyìí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Làwọn ṣe wò pé tó bá jẹ́ yẹn ni ó yá ìyàwó yá ṣé o ti lóbìnrin kan lòun ní táwọn jọ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ara òun dẹ̀ ti ń béèrè. Màmá ẹ̀ ní àbọ̀ atọ́jọ́ ìlú òṣè nǹkan kan ní mọ́mì tájọ́ sọ wípé mi ò ṣe nǹkan báyìí má bà tèmi jẹ́ o. Àwa dìgbà tó bá níyàwó ńlé kí ni ò ní ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa lọ́mọdún mélòó. This is the reason why most people even in church is from church we will hear that a man marry and on wedding day the thing no stand up. Is on wedding some of them when they marry they know the man cannot get it up, and as at that time the woman is inside the marriage. There was a case money doctor that this man handled, barrister. They are church people too. The woman got married to the man. She didn't know the man cannot get it up. They now got married. Ní kíní ò bá lé. Wọn ò lè bẹ́ anybody sọ̀rọ̀. Church ò lè gbà kan divorce. The woman was now managing. When it was now like, the woman was now like, this is not a story. I will remind Barrister Olumide anytime we have to, when I'm with him. When the woman now saw she has no choice than to find a way to get pregnant, what they say she started now doing is to, the little she can quickly do, á tètè sáré fò jókòó sórí mánu yẹn. Á tètè fò jókòó sórí ẹ̀. Sorry, some things I cannot say in English because of community standard. She will quickly jump on him. Bó ṣe bí kíní, bí kejì nìyẹn. But outside that, kò sí nǹkan kan. Kò sí wípé my body needs something, I have a husband. There was nothing like that. So after the second child, now the woman begin fight inside the house. She wanted to escape, and she know the only way she can escape is to start problem in the house. She started fighting the man. Fight today, fight tomorrow. Small time, she said she no follow the man go church again. She said you no go follow and go church again. Like play. Then beg and she said she no do again. Now one day, before the man come, she pack her load run. Say she cannot. How long is she going to stay with that kind of relationship? Say how long? They were now asking her. Barrister was now asking her that, didn't you know how long did you date? She said they dated for 1 year. During your dating period, una no do anything. She said the church forbids it. He said the barrister was not like, Auntie Adunisha ngbo. Ara nkan tá ń sọ rèé o. The church forbids it. Mọ̀ bóyá ọkùnrin yẹn pé. Good evening, Anthony. Whether the man is complete or he is not complete, whether he's okay or he's not okay, go and marry. They now got married. First year, second year. Before the woman now sits the woman down, wetin dey happen? The man now said, you don't know. Yeah, there's kineko. They went to hospital. They find out saying, so, what are we going to do? We cannot divorce. Church will not allow it. Àìmọye cases bẹ́ẹ̀. So many cases like that. Ọlọ́run má bà tèmi jẹ́. Test nǹkan tó fẹ́ lọ jókòó tì, má kó bá mi. Bó bá ti ń tásìkò. Test ẹ̀ ṣó ti lé lójú ẹ̀ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ẹ̀ ṣe. Ṣó rí kó lé. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ń sáré kiri pé kíní ọmọkùnrin ọmọ tí mo bí ò lè àbí ọkọ tí ọmọ fẹ́ ò lè. Wọ́n á sáré eré kiri. At the end of the day, divorce tó ń sáré fún yẹn náà máa ṣe. The same divorce you say they don't, at the end of the day they will divorce, except you want that child to buy themselves inside that place. 35, you're saying it's abomination for a 35-year-old. Ṣé kan like kẹ́ máa cage àwọn èèyàn and control and tell people how to live their life. Meanwhile, many of you that you are castigating and crying on my page, many of you did not marry as a virgin. You did not. Marry as a virgin. At 30 what? At almost 40. We are not talking of 20-something years. Some 20-something year old person. 30-something. 30-something going to 40. Òun náà ló dífá fún pastor yín tó fi sáré lọ marry. Anyway, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Not sure. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Èmi àti ṣé on Saturday lèmi àti Dr. Barrister Ọmọṣẹ́bí la máa ṣe show. I think it's tomorrow. And if it is tomorrow, you will see me. Or Saturday, I'm not too sure again. Once it's so I will call him very early in the morning to confirm. Thank you for staying tuned. Your opinion about me does not count because I don't know you, okay? For all you care, my life is more upright than yours. I'm morally upstanding than you. You might think because I speak the reality, I'm a sportswoman. No, I am a decent woman with tí ma fọwọ́ mi gbáyà báyìí. Ma fi ọwọ́ mi gbáyà. Mo ní relationship ni mi ò pààyàn. Mi ò dẹ̀ lè fi ọkùnrin méjì pọ̀ láyé. Many of you have dated 3-4 women together before you become born again. You have dated 3-4 men. Mi ṣe rí láyé mi ìfẹ́ méjì pọ̀ rí gan. You cannot tell me this is my own page. If you don't like what I do, take an exit. I keep telling you that. When a page is said reality of real talk with Auntie Aduni, what were you expecting? To paint something and lie, to cover something, to marinate it, so you will not know the truth. No, that is not what my page is for. Ẹni tó bá wù ní kó gbọ́, ẹni tó bá fẹ́ wù, if you think what I'm saying does not work with you, leave my page. Okay, somebody said it's happened to me. Auntie Joy, let me pin your comment. I got married at 44. That was why after I left Deeper Life Church, the same man I was told I couldn't marry because I told the marriage committee that I did not dream about him or saw him in the vision. That was the same person I eventually married after I left the church. I don't want to ask you something so you won't feel embarrassed. At 44, were you, Auntie Joy, will you answer me? Were you a virgin at that 44 or you've had a relationship before you become born again? Àwọn hypocrite dédé. Ṣé virgin ni yín gbà tẹ́yin máa marry? Àbọ̀kọ yín ò fẹ́ yín gbé fún ṣe fẹ́ yín. Ṣé virginity náà ń fẹ́ lọ ní woman àbí ìwà? Àìmọye virgin tí ò ní wà. Àìmọye tí ò dẹ̀ wà tó tí ò ń ṣe virgin tó ní wà tó mọ bọ́n ṣe ń tọ́jú obìnrin. Many virgin mélòó lọ́kọ ẹ̀ yìí wà? Àbí náà yìí wà pẹ̀lú ọkọ wọn. Àìmọye divorce nínú chọ́ọ̀ṣì. Àbí church kan náà sọ pé divorce ti pọ̀ jù. Auntie Joy Ngere, I ask you a question. Were you virgin at that 44? If you don't feel embarrassed, but you don't have to answer me. Oh. You don't have to answer me. 44 years. You see how they truncate people's future. Anyway, you are still lucky. At least you got married eventually. Imagine if you did not. All right, guys. Ta ló sọ yí pé Auntie Aduni stop calling Adeboye Baba? What should I call him? He doesn't deserve our respect. No, I was not trained like that. No matter what Baba said, I will still call him Baba. Wọ́n ṣe ẹgbẹ́ mi o. Kí ló dé kí náà ṣe tó le tó yẹn? Why did you say so? Don't say that, Michael, oh, please. Leave Baba alone, no. I will call him Baba, oh, Baba no je, oh. I'm a Yoruba lady. That's the way I'm trained to respect elders. But Oba Sonkoti o da sọ̀rọ̀. But it doesn't mean that we should disrespect him and I should just call him Adeboye just like that. Maybe if I want to put caption, okay, I can say Adeboye did this. But if I have to talk, I will still say Baba Adeboye. Ẹ má bínú. And that's even Baba Kumuyi. I say Baba Kumuyi. All right, guys. Good night. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. So do have a nice evening. Thank you, Bukola Labi. Appreciate. All right. Ó dàárọ̀.